And hopefully now, again, for the third time, because third time is the charm, welcome! Chat. It's the third night in a row I'm streaming, I can't believe it. We are here, we are doing this, and we will continue doing it, delving deep into the mysterious world of video games. Mysterious. Why did I say mysterious? Because today we are going into a mysterious place. It looks like Hogwarts, teleported in the middle of Transylvania, and embrace fully the culture, the traditions. We will have vampires, we will have bats, we will have strigoi, and lots of other mystical creatures more familiar to those from Eastern Europe than to anyone else. Thank you for being here. If you like my content, if you like my rambling, please do not forget about the magic formula that tonight is more actual than ever, taking into the consideration the game we were playing. So please remember these three words. It's a very important magical incantation: like, share, subscribe. Your support means a lot to me and helps me to grow this channel, and together we can transform it into that magical oasis I know it can become. So after 2 days, first day we streamed Doom, and we will be returning to it most probably Wednesday. Yesterday we streamed Claire Obscure, Expedition 33. We will continue and circle back to that as well. Today is time to try something new, something a bit more relaxed, and basically experience the newest title of an indie studio I respect very much. Of course, it's Stuck in the Attic, a Romanian indie developer who, through struggles, pain and sweat, managed to put out their second game, Near-Mage, which only is, if you want it, just the spiritual successor. It's not a true successor, but just a spiritual successor to Gibbous, a Cthulhu adventure. Their first project was very dear to me because it had the hallmarks of a great point-and-click quest or adventure game, no matter what you want to call it. It was full of humor. It was based on one of the most complex lores and stories, worlds in the world. Of course, it's about the Necronomicon, and of course Cthulhu. And they followed it up first, I believe, with something similar, taking what they already knew how to do and refining on the original formula. Actually, Near-Mage cannot be more different than my first preconception. It's a light adventure game with some very light RPG elements. It's more a narrative-driven experience that doesn't really rely on an inventory system and combining items. More tries to tell the story of a young lady who tries to find herself, and amidst this self-searching turmoil actually discovers her witchy heritage. She travels to Transylvania, and you'll find out more when I start playing. But before we do that, I wanted to thank of course the developers for their hard work and their involvement, and I know the struggles they went through to get the second game out there, and I want them to know that their efforts didn't go unnoticed. And although, let's say, the perspectives are not very bright, I hope that more and more people will see the love and care that went into these titles, and will afford the means to the team to follow up with a third game, because as we learned at the beginning of this stream, third time is the charm. Before we dive in, let me just quickly check my other device where I'm monitoring that there is no choppy frame rates, there is no audio loss, and everything looks a-okay there. Hello, welcome back. Welcome to all the viewers once again. And here we go. I rambled on enough, so it's time to see what Near-Mage is about. As you can see from the very first screen, it's a hand-drawn adventure, it's a hand-drawn game, which might not be perfect, but it's very, very charming. We'll start a new game and follow Ilinka Ili Vraja's adventures from the very beginning. If you have any observations, any complaints, anything at all, feel free to share it in the chat. And also, don't be shy and say hello just as Yuno did. I guess she can be called an already regular on the channel. She was here every night. Thank you for that. Without further ado.
Ellie, come down here. We need to talk.
Oh God, not need to talk again.
So, our very first choice, do we procrastinate or do we stall? Hey Radu, welcome back. So yeah, I will ask for your input at several points, but in order to make this a bit smoother and faster than yesterday's Clear Obscure, I will be making some decisions on my own as well. So, there is no better god than procrastinate god, so let's procrastinate.
I'll be down in a minute, Mom.
I don't want to hear it. Just come down here.
Jeez, just give me a sec, all right? Where's that checkpoint when you need it?
Ilinka Braja, are you playing video games again?
Oh no.
Come down here this instant!
This might sound very familiar to people who grew up in Romania or Eastern Europe. That stink eye, that evil eye that people get when they are playing video games. Isn't that just a thing for kids? Beg or lie? I feel like today we have pride, so we will not beg. We will lie.
Just like 3 minutes, Mom.
3 more minutes, please.
Don't make me come up there!
Ugh, coming.
So, meet our hero, main character, Ilinka, Ili Vraja, who will be the hero of our adventures. Before doing anything else, let's see if we can make her a bit more relatable. As I said, unlike Gibuas, this game Near-Mage has some light RPG elements. Among them, the possibility to create and personalize the look of our hero. So, let's see a hairdo. We have several options, so let's see. Chat, help me. Which hairdo should Ilinka Ili sport through the entire game? Braid. Hello Sherban. Pin-up. Free flow. Bob. Long bob. Or multicolor braid. Do drop your preferences. Yuno likes the initial one. Okay. Now we can change the colors. What kind of colors do we want for our hero lady? Yeah, colors are much... we have much more colors than hairdos. So, black and lila. Okay. How about blue and Pink. No? You know, what do you think? Or purple and pink? Or green and whatever brown that is? Or green and blue? Or orange and purple and... So? If no one says anything else, we will go with Sherban's choice, black and lila. Blue and pink. Black and lila it is because I am too lazy to scroll through that again. Choker or non-choker? That's simple. Do we want her a choker? Or we don't? Come on, chat. Don't be shy. Say hi and also make sure you express your vote. Choker or no choker? Choker. Perfect. What color do we want the choker to be? Quick, quick, let's pick up the pace. Faster, people, faster. Let's make some quick decisions here. She's a teenager. She doesn't spend all night in front of a mirror. Oh, wait. Make her edgy. Black. Okay, let's go with a black choker. I guess I went past it. Let me just return quickly. Really black. Choker. Black. Midnight black. Let's see. Jacket or no jacket? Come on, people. I know you can type faster. You are the generation that was born with phone in your hands. Old ladies who need have nothing on your dexterity and your finger speed. Jacket. Perfect. What color for the jacket? Once, twice. Just the general color, something. Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Also, new thing today, you can see the chat as well. It's not just my chat anymore, it's yours as well. Dark blue. I can live with that, that's pretty good instruction. Dark blue it is. Tops. So we have this kind of Leia Organa going over the wrist. We have a V-cut over the wrist. We have one that's merged with the choker. And some ankle, wrist bracelets, ankle, or a low V-cut. So as I was saying, you'll be able to see the chat in the right corner of the screen starting from tonight. So which type of top do we want? Choker merged. I'll take it. Then we have to change the color to black. Edgy. Hands. Wristbands or no wristbands? Wristbands black. Great. Love it. Bottoms. So do we want short pants, a skirt, or knee-hurt jeans? Feel free to leave your comments. It doesn't have to be just the character of Sherban, and you know you have a say in how Ili looks as well. Give me a type of bottom and a color. Come on. jeans. What color the jeans? Genie, tell me dark something, I don't know. Okay, let's go with something dark. Oh, that's too black. Maybe a dark red? Let me scroll through them, see something dark that fits. Not blue, I don't want her to be in a uniform. Okay. Sucks, it doesn't matter because you chose the long jeans. Now, last but not least, shoes. We have these futuristic sneakers. We have the classical Converse. We have the Moonwalkers with high platforms. Or long Converse. Again, I need a shoe type and the color. Purple look cute. What purple? Purple. What do you believe? This purple? Purple it is. Long Converse purple. Do we want to match the... Okay. Long Converse. Let's see if we have some kind of... This purple? Does this work for you? Or a different purple? This purple. It matches. Now it matches the jeans. Yes, it's okay. Great! This is going to be our Illy, at least until next time when we meet the wardrobe. We keep the changes, and it's time to go and face the parents. We can also run. Illy has a really funny way of running. And now, let's talk to the parents.
Greetings, Inquisitors.
That is not funny, Illy.
It was pretty funny the first time, but you're overusing it.
Jack. Illy, we need to talk about your future.
Oh no, the future talk. I don't think the way we dressed Illy that she's gonna give a serious reply, so we will go with the smartest reply.
I tried it all, Mom. Crystal ball, Ouija board, nothing worked.
I'm not in the mood for levity, kiddo.
Kiddo.
Illy, you have to realize you were not born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
Again, that is so typical a phrase for those who are familiar with Eastern Europe culture and traditions, language. That's something that was very much used by my parents, your parents, with the silver spoon in the mouth.
I was the first to see you once you were out. I would have noticed.
Jack?
Your mom's right, Illy. You're so smart. If you worked hard and believed in yourself, you could be anything you'd put your mind to. But you need to, decide what that is.
I'd say we are good at stuff. The point that we are all here and watching this proves that we are good at stuff, of course.
Hey, I'm good, or at least decent at so much stuff. It's hard to decide.
You give up on everything. Like martial arts, hello?
I've won trophies.
You've won a trophy. Then you got bored and moved on to the next thing.
Video games.
Yay, shout out to video games.
I haven't given up on them.
If only we were that lucky. All your friends are getting letters back from colleges and unis. What are you getting?
Smartest. I feel like we have a smartest hero here.
Getting a lot of XP daily.
Hell yeah.
You cannot just wait for something to magically turn your life around.
What is it you want to do from now on, kid? It's so important.
I'll get back to you on that.
I know it might not seem that way right now, honey, but life is fine. You need to make the most out of these years as early as possible.
Now please go to your room. Think about it. And it would be so great if you knew what you wanted once you came back down.
Because that's how it's supposed to work. Now you have to make at a very young age with very little XP a life-changing decision that will probably influence your life at least on the short and middle term, and you have to go up to your room to think about it for a couple of minutes, maybe an overnight, and then have everything figured out and come down and tell your parents that you know exactly what you want to do.
You know we love you, kid.
Of course we do.
Promise you'll think hard?
Hard and strong and...
I promise.
You currently need to click advanced dialogue. You can change this option in the menu. I prefer to advance the dialogue by clicking because this gives me also some time to yap with you and interact with you. Also, welcome if you just joined us. I hope you're enjoying this. Today we slow down the pace and we play a nice, very freshly released adventure game cooked right here in Romania in Transylvania. Ooh, we received the letter.
How'd this...
Dear Ilinka, I was so pleased to see that you graduated from high school. My congratulations. I know the world has so much to offer now, but do you know how lonely your great aunt gets? I'm sorry, I can do a funny accent, but not a funny auntie voice as well. Come, spend the summer here in Transylvania. Child, it might help clear your mind and make it easier for you to decide on your future. You'll find my address and useful details in the envelope. Love, your great aunt, Domnica. So we received a mysterious invitation.
A summer in Transylvania.
Come on, how could that not be fun? A whole summer in Transylvania.
I mean, that could help put my thoughts in order. Dude, this could be so good.
Dude, where's my car? Think about it, decide to go, think about it, decide to go. We all know we'll end up there, so let's just decide to go.
Europe? No mom and dad?
Europe, no mom and dad. Every kid's dream.
I'm so doing this. I should book a flight and then pack my bags.
Because you already have money to book a flight, yes? Book a flight for Transylvania.
Okay, cheapest ticks possible. Go. Whoa, available tomorrow? It's a sign.
Oh, what's up with young girls and signs? I don't know.
And booked. I am actually doing...
Let's pack our bags.
You are all that matters, Octavian.
No, that was a
Question
stylish
is,
move.
do I tell mom and dad, or do I just book it?
Let's see, chat. This time I'm gonna listen to you. Do we tell our parents that we are leaving, or we just sneak out? Tell. Okay, let's tell them.
I should tell them. They'd freak out if I didn't.
I'm pretty sure they'll be understanding and supportive of this decision.
Alright, I've got a proposal for you guys. How about an adjournment?
fancy words don't actually make you smarter, Illy.
But they do.
Like a delay.
Also, no evening without a very bad dad joke or uncle joke. So tonight, inspired by this conversation that is taking place, why are educated people hot? Because they have more degrees.
I just got a letter from your Aunt Dominika. She invited me to hang out in Transylvania for a while.
That kook? I'm not even...
Hear her out, Katie.
It would only be for a few weeks. And it would so help me get my thoughts.
Gain a little perspective, yes.
Jack, you can't be entertaining this. The woman is a nut.
At least it's a nut and not a nun.
She's just a bit eccentric. And Illy hasn't really had a real vacation this year, plus, you know.
You know.
No video games.
No video games.
Do you really want to do this, kiddo?
Of course.
I hella do. It would really help clear my head a little.
Well, it's a bit out of the blue, but all right. Guess it's settled.
A few weeks, Ill. And you call, you hear?
Scout's honor.
Ugh, don't remind me how long that lasted you.
Yeah.
You take care of yourself, honey. Call when you get there. No excuse.
I can't believe I'm actually Let's do this, Illy.
And we fly across the world, from the new continent to the old one, and the oldest of them all, Transylvania. Because if you didn't know already, the world was invented by the ducks. Who had nothing to do with the ducks in the park, but maybe related to the trucks. These were so East European and Romanian jokes. I'll see myself out after the stream. Sigishwara. I know that 3 of my viewers can pronounce it correctly. I'm curious if the others can as well. We have completed a quest and we have arrived in Transylvania, in Sigishwara.
The ride here was something else.
Huh, knowing the Romanian railways, I agree. The ride must have been something else.
Felt like a different century sometimes.
For sure.
It doesn't even have hands.
No, and to some degree, a lot of people who are living in Romania are familiar with these kind of old clocks that don't really work.
This town stepped out of time somehow.
Yes, can I help you?
Oh, that's new. Usually, the employees of the railway are not friendly and are not very helpful. There are exceptions, of course.
My bags are on their way there, but I need to reach the Citadel's main plaza. Is it far?
You can't miss it. There's one big hill in town and the Citadel's right on top, miss.
Cool. Thanks.
Enjoy your stay. Move along, thank you.
Now that was more like it. Move along, thank you.
That's helpful, I guess.
Yes, miss?
Sixten Pengar. What kind of name does that want to be? Because it's not Romanian for sure.
Can I help you with anything?
Oh, thank you. But I don't think you can. I'm just waiting for a contact. Got this, delivery I need to make.
Oh, okay. Well, good luck with that.
Have a good day, miss.
So, we kinda explored the train station. It's time to go to the Tower Square. We also have a map. We will have quests and magic, but we will get to that soon. For now, let's keep exploring. We have some paintings, nice paintings.
I like that colorful abstract one. It's neat.
We have a clock
Jeez,
tower.
they started building it in the 13th century. It's still standing.
Yes, those who know Sigishara will know that there are some really old buildings there. Oh, we have an aura.
Sorry, Mess. The memorial house is closed for repairs.
Okay, thanks. The Vlad the Impaler Memorial House.
Vlad the Impaler.
Legend
Kelso,
has it,
please.
he was born in this building.
Spoiler alert, no he wasn't.
I just might check it out.
But we need to get to our aunt and check in. So let's go to the main plaza. Ooh. I don't know if you noticed, but it's not just the characters, but also the backgrounds and the surrounding world is hand-drawn, which was quite a feat from a very small team of developers. And again, as I said earlier, it might not be perfect, but I love the spirit and the atmosphere of it.
Ely! Is that you, dear? I am in the living room. Come on up.
Illy, come on up.
It looks like a pantry, but I'm not sure I'd call it one. Seems like it's mostly dried plants and all sorts of concoction. Auntie's up to stuff.
Oh, she definitely is. We have some cacti, my bad, cacti, in the window. Books. Come on, this bookshelf is pretty
Well,
nice.
if I'm ever in the mood for reading, Domnika's got me covered.
Who wouldn't love such a bookshelf full of exciting titles and a very soft armchair to go with it?
It does look very soft and inviting.
But I guess it's time to meet our aunt.
Great aunt! It's good to meet you.
Great aunt. In the best way possible, the aesthetic and the feel of it remind me of the old games you would get with PC magazines in the early 2000s, especially those more kid-centric. Yes, it reminds kind of that period of point and click. It has something from the Broken Age 2 era, but with much more modern and vivid colors. It's definitely unique and it's fun to look at and play it. I really love what Stuck in the Attic did with the game.
Great aunt! I'm not that great. Please, call me Auntie or Domnika.
Domnika. That's so very Romanian.
Welcome to Romania, Ely, my dear.
Welcome to Romania!
My letter must have come as a surprise, but how do I put this?
Bluntly?
I sensed that you were in need of a change of scenery.
Yes.
Oh yeah, my parents are driving me crazy. You know, having to decide my future and that kind of stuff.
Such a wonderful age, and difficult too. Well, no matter. Try and forget about all of that for a while, and enjoy Sigishwara.
Oh, come on, that was a forced Romanian trying to say things in English to sound like a Romanian, like I read the letter before.
It's a wee sleepy town, but there are pretty views, and the people are nice, mostly. It might help uncloud your mind a bit.
Sounds nice.
Good. But first, your room is upstairs. There's a library on the first floor, if you're feeling studious. I'm in here most of the time, either by myself or playing cards with my coven of old witches.
Gathering for black masses.
If you need anything, come talk to me. I barely ever sleep.
Great!
The curse of old age.
Now go upstairs, settle in, and then go out.
Go up, settle in, go out. Roger.
Explore the town and have fun, little Ely.
Wow!
Now that's a nice view. I mean, come on, who wouldn't love a room with that kind of view? That huge windows, that cozy, inviting windowsill just to take a nap or read some books.
What a view! This place looks incredible. I guess it's time to settle in.
So we have a bed, we have some...
I recognize my
Family
mom and
portrait?
dad in their youth. No idea who these other people are. Distant relatives, I assume?
I don't know, but if you have a bat as a relative or a cat... Yeah.
Pretty much what you'd expect from an attic, but mostly lots of books.
Also, I don't know if you noticed the subtle reference. The studio's name is stuck in the attic, and as far as we know for now, Ely will be stuck in an attic. No, not going to the wardrobe again. We keep this look for a while.
All good? Is the room all right?
It's great, thanks. Auntie, I thought I'd ask you a thing or two about my mom.
Oh, child, there is little I should disclose about Catherine without her knowledge.
Oof.
Your mother is a fine woman, and I bet she loves you like no other. But there is no living being that is not flawed in some way.
True words, true words.
She has great potential that she refuses to tap into.
Let's insist. Let's see what can we dig up about our mother.
What potential would that be?
You know what? I have a feeling you will find out soon enough. I have faith in you, child. You might not make the same choices your parents.
We might make the same choices. I feel like we need to insist a bit more.
What choice would that be?
The choice to forget. Now, Ely, don't push me into saying more. There is a right time for every answer, and it is not now.
I guess. Thanks.
Thanks and bye. So, we talked to our auntie, not great auntie. We have around us some shelves, a fireplace, a scrying table.
Who knows what the future brings, huh?
Let's go explore Sigishwara. Ooh, some more people. And now that the painting shop is open, a special shout out to Akim. Those who know. The others, Akim is a good guy.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Are you interested in a painting, young miss?
Yes, actually. I like that one over there, the abstract one.
Oh, that one. I'm afraid that one is not for sale.
I don't know, I feel like I need to insist.
Why display it, if you don't mind me asking?
It's my fault, you see. I am, well, come to think about it, I guess that's why they all say I'm a bit nuts. Because of things like this. I didn't paint it myself, you see. It reminds me of the author. I look at it now and then.
I see.
Oh, you know what? Do you really want it?
Yeah.
Well, if you're selling it, yes.
I've been holding on for way too long. Consider it a gift.
No, that's not...
Please, you're doing me a favor.
Oh, come on, why would anyone want that
All right.
painting?
Thank you so much.
Okay, we got a new painting. We can hang in our room. I feel like there's no point in going to the train station. Let's see what's around the east gate. Oh, I, you can't see because let me just move.
It doesn't concern. Gate's been left open, but no one seems to be home. I wonder what that means. What a strange flower. It's got such...
It does. The B&B is still closed. Best way to support this stream is to throw in a like, just saying. What do you mean, Radu? Ah, to throw in a like. Okay, okay. Yeah, throw in a like, throw in a share, throw in a subscribe, and I'll be happy. More than happy. Let's see what else do we have in this square.
The doors and windows in this citadel are so... Feels like each one is different from the other.
We have some flowers, plants.
Auntie has quite the garden here. I've never seen some of these flowers before. I just love the architecture here. It's like something out of a children's picture book.
Those who visited Sigishara will know that it's not very far from the truth. Sigishara is a very picturesque and picturesque town. It's not a city, it's a town. Let's move on with the exploring. We have a young fella. We have a lady. We have a cat. Let's talk to the melancholic cat.
Hey, kitty.
Is it barking or is it me?
Did you just bark at me? It's a tomcat, but almost sounds like a dog when it vocalizes.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I saw one of these things in my mom's old pictures. Doesn't look like it's working, though.
It's an old-fashioned radio that you can see in Romania, especially in the rural areas in the countryside. We have a distant
It's
tower.
a small town with a lot of spires. I guess they really helped you get your bearings back in the days.
Transylvanian hills, but of course.
So peaceful to look at. And there, like tiny herds of sheep I can barely make out. Just lovely.
South gate or west gate? Let's go south. Or west. South or west? South or west? South.
You look about as lost as I was last week.
Okay, now that's interesting. That looks like a Samoan man bun, tattooed, unshaved, unkept tourist?
What? No, I'm not lost.
Alright, sorry to butt in.
No, you're good.
Let's talk to him.
Tourist?
Sort of, yeah. I'm Zane.
Illy.
Pleasure. Yeah, I think I saw you around the Citadel. You backpacking?
Nah, visiting relatives.
Cool, cool.
You said you were a tourist, sort of?
Yeah, see, my great-grandfather, Whipple, visited here more than a century ago.
Again, a very Romanian. I don't know even where it is from, Whipple.
Never came back, just disappeared.
Wow, so you're investigating.
I mean, if you can call it that. Seeing if there's a chance I can figure out what happened to him.
Do you know much about your great-grandpa?
What I do know sort of complicates things, if anything. Old man Whipple Durleth was an occultist. Looks like he came here to look into
Whipple Durlet, an occultist looking into...
Vampires?
Nah, apparently his thing were curses. Man was obsessed with that kind of stuff.
Let's not make fun of an old Whipple. Let's take it seriously.
Maybe he fell victim to a curse himself.
The plot thickens.
Yeah, the curse of not giving a damn about his family at home. Well, anyway, I'd still like to find out what happened.
So, how's research going?
I mean, I've been here a week and I've already exhausted all my options. National Archives, all these records, talking to all kinds of people around here. Nothing.
So you're giving up?
I think I'll give it a couple more weeks. Tell you the truth, it's more about the town. I kind of like it here. It's real quiet. I'll just wait here for the answer to fall right out of the sky and into my lap.
Good plan.
Let's see what there is to do in Sigishwara.
So did you
Zane.
find anything interesting around?
Let me think. I got my portrait done by that old painter over by the tower.
We already been there, we scored the painting. An abstract one.
Sweet guy, but he kept mumbling and it's like something about...
Oh, yeah. He gifted me one of his paintings.
Frankly, I think he's off his rocker. And there's the deer head. But I'll be honest, I didn't stick around for long. Barmaid's nice, but there was always this old bastard in there giving me the evil eye. I had to get out of there. I think it should be open by now.
All right, Zane. See you around.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the B&B should be open because we talked to the guy. And there it is. Let's see what's a B&B. I know bed and breakfast, but what's the third B? Again, a very Romanian name, Fangar. Alex, now that I recognize.
Welcome to the Deerhead B&B. How can I help?
Hey, I'm Illy.
Alex.
What's the third B stand for?
Bed and breakfast and beer. Possible. Let's see what the correct answer is.
Nothing. It's just there to draw in curious tourists. And hey, it worked.
Jeez.
New in town? Need a room?
Yes and no. I'm staying over at my great aunt's right next door.
You're Dominika's niece?
Oh, we already have a fan club?
Ignore him. He's always drunk. So this is cool. Your aunt, she is something.
I don't know about an aunt, but I know about an uncle that is something.
Yeah, she, I should tell you, it sounds nuts, but I really don't know much about her.
Well, I think she's cool as heck. Doesn't take crap from anyone. And when she's in here, that's pretty rare. She tips royally. What other folks believe about her age? I mean, it's ridiculous.
She trades in light and darkness. She knows the way. The way there.
Where? Light and darkness? What kind of practices are we talking here? Do we need a safe word?
Cut it out, Fengar. See, this is what I mean.
So, tell me, Alex, what's life like around here?
When you walked in here, you could just feel the thrill and excitement, right? I'm saying it's not exciting at all. It's death made life. You know, I can't leave this place soon enough.
What was that guy saying?
Some people around here are stuck in the Middle Ages. Superstitions, witches, pricolich,
Pricolich.
and alcohol. Not a good combo.
It's not the drink, you twit. You repulse me.
Pay your tab and then talk smack, okay?
Fair enough. Fair enough. Before you talk any smack or you make anyone's day a bit harder, at least make sure you pay your tab.
Alright.
Can I get you anything?
Maybe later. So, people say my auntie's strange somehow?
She and her friends, they all play cards. People misinterpret that. Misunderstanding turns to ignorance. Ignorance turns to... Well, hate is a strong word.
Not hate per se, but maybe a few torches, a few angry villagers, and one step away from a mob.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me just a sec.
Alright.
Ooh, she approaches.
Should we be nice, or should we say that we are not scared? How do you want to play this, chat? We are not scared. We go with that.
Do I look like I'm afraid of you?
Maybe I should be afraid of you.
Ooh.
Ellie, you're wasting your time.
Go back to walking around with your eyes closed, you lemming.
Lemming. Let's not mock him, but let's prod him a bit further.
Ooh, subtle metaphor. So, what's your delusion? Dark conspiracies? Hidden worlds just outside the limits of our perception?
Liminal spaces.
Rakus.
Rakus. At least it's not Rakiu. Those who speak Romanian in the audience will understand the joke about Rakus and Rakiu. Let's ask for some details.
Rakus. Go on.
Don't expect me to spoon feed you answers, brat.
Let's dig deeper.
Tell me about Rakus, old man.
No need. She'll tell you. She'll turn your life upside down, just like she did this old man's.
Ooh, I feel some jealousy maybe?
Just you wait and see.
But he's bitter for sure.
Yeah, whatever.
He's like the unicum compared to Jaeger, and Jaeger is not very fun either.
Rakus, send my regards.
Ooh. Come on, Alex, make some sense of this.
What's this Fengar's deal?
He really hates your aunt for some reason.
Love and hate go hand in hand.
The rest? Alcohol or mental issues, or both.
You know, as a specialist in the field, what do you think? Is it alcohol, is it mental issues, or is it a combo?
It's kind of sad actually, but he's an asshole to everyone. Nothing any of us can do about it.
Rakus, is it a place nearby or something?
Not that I know of. I mean, you could look it up, but most likely it's just one of his delusions.
Both. Okay, that's a fair clinical assessment.
Funny where that came from.
Mm-hmm.
So we talked to the old bastard. Oh, discovering Sigishwara, quest complete. Let's see what else do we have interesting here in this pub. No, B&B.
A birdcage that's, thankfully, empty. I hate those little wire prisons.
What's this?
Ah, the eponymous deerhead.
Man, that's some horny animal.
Man, he was a beast.
Yes, he was. That's what she said.
I really hope he died of natural causes.
Terracotta stove, so very Romanian. Come on, let me interact with it, no?
That's some heavy-duty terracotta there. Must keep the place nice and warm during winter months.
And let's
An
check
assortment
out.
of old pictures of the town. The city, all taken in the past century, it seems.
Okay, we're done with the bad puns and the horny deers. What should we do? Look up information about Rakus. And also help Zane find out what happened to his great-grandfather Whipple Darlet. Okay, so we can ask around. But first I feel like we missed maybe a bit of the city, town. Okay, we were here. That's the woof woofing cat. Yeah, Westgate. That's what we were missing. Oh, the doggies.
Aw, look at the cute doggies.
Pet the doggos. No petting the doggos.
They look cozy as heck. And there's an enticing aroma of food being cooked coming.
I'm pretty sure you will see a lot of villagers carrying around cabbages for the need of stop cabbages, but I'm pretty sure they are no longer dressed like this. Actually, never were dressed like this. That hat with the feather is very, very out of character. We have a confused tourist. Again, he comes back. So that's kind of a eclectic style mishmash.
Trying to get her bearings the old school way. Trying to get her.
What else do we have here? Ooh, I like this lotus pose and reading under the tree. Two good friends. Oh, what are these two good friends?
Isn't that cute? Oh, the guy and his cat seem to be in sync.
Except the guy is actually holding and buttoning a smartphone.
Isn't that? Oh,
Okay, nothing to do here. Let's move on to Barrier Fields.
so quiet and peaceful. Why am I feeling a bit uneasy?
So this is literally a field with a barrier. So it's Barrier Fields. Wooden barrier.
A lone wooden barrier? Blocking off. What?
The Strigoi.
There's nothing behind it. Transylvanians are weird.
Thank you, I'll take it.
That's the village I could see from the Citadel's south gate. That leads way too far out of town for me.
Okay, I'd say we explored everything we could. Let's go and ask about Rakus.
Hey, kitty.
Yeah, it's still wolves, it's still wolves.
Did you just...
Barky, barky, bark. We could call the cat Barky Bark. Let's see in the bookshelves, do we find something?
Domnika's got quite a... Maybe I could look up P.Q. Rakus. Monography of a Veiled Town. Wow.
Situated not a stone's throw from the ancient town of Sigishwara, Rakus be a place of magic and wonder, hidden from the view of mortal beings. A barrier of magic placed behind the wooden barrier of old Wales. Rakus from the prodding eyes of the Arcanils. Mere human folk, it is known, be not ready for the wonders of this earth, of the spaces they know and what lies in between them. Nor can they ever see or enter Rakus unless a proof of blood be upon them, be it in form of writ or coin of gold with sigil. At any and all times a chimera and its rider guard the entrance to the town of Rakus, and woe upon those that anger them, be thusly warned, traveler. Is the guy a were-dog? There was a dog there just now. No, the cat was there where the dog was there as well. I think it's just a polyglot dog or cat. It speaks more languages. Let's continue on with the bad jokes. Come on, this game just inspires me. Being a town of not many inhabitants, Rakus grew for centuries around the institute, where beings of chosen blood have been studying magic with a K since times immemorial. As you enter the town, you take a right toward the Starlit Plaza, a place for shopping, lodging, and congregating, or a left towards the residential avenue dubbed High Watch. The inns, taverns, and shops in Rakus all are in depth to the Institute's yearly schedule, so an early visitor arriving before it opens its gates to students might even find everything shuttered. An unwelcome and lonely wind echoing through Rakus' streets. Come on, you need shorter phrases and a lot more commas.
Right. A hidden magical town right next to Sigishwara.
So basically, I just went out of my way to read all that, and she concluded better than I could have in a few words. Yeehaw!
Might as well see what Auntie has to say about this nonsense.
Or, to quote one of my favorite nieces, yippee! Let's talk to the old lady. Maybe.
Aunt Dominica, I'm gonna ask you a silly question.
Then expect a silly answer.
Fair enough. Silly question, silly answer.
I've read a book about this place called Rakus.
Rakus.
You have? And? What did you think?
I didn't believe a word, remain silent, or I don't know what to think.
You agree it sounds a bit nuts, right?
Yippee, of course yippee. I was sure you're gonna yippee.
Anything can be nuts until it's right there before you.
I'm especially keen to peanuts, Cajun nuts, and Brazilian nuts.
The question is, would you visit Rakus?
With enough motivation and Raku, yes, I would. Yes, of course.
Hell yeah. I'm 18, no better time for craziness.
That's my great niece. Now, where did I put that,
Oh, we got a coin. Yippee!
This coin is immensely valuable. It is your coin now. It always has been.
So, if it's now mine, but it always has been mine. Okay.
But before I hand it over, I want you to answer one question. When faced with adversity, we all have one thing we do. One special thing, like a power. What is yours, Ely?
She's a teenager. She has endless reserves of anger. Let's tell her about our secret place.
I close my eyes and there's this place I go to.
You don't wanna know what I'm thinking right now?
A dark, huge, and quiet place where I can hide. And I can hide anything there.
Yes. Yes.
I'm trying to be PG-13 here.
Thank you for sharing that, child. Never forget that place.
Never ever.
Now, where were we?
In the room.
There is a barrier outside of town, to the west, by the main road. Have the coin on you and say the words Zidinjir Anakanpa when no one is around.
Apnak Anna Rignid is. It doesn't sound Romanian. I expected the incantations or maybe these magic formulas to have some more Romanian words in them. It sounds maybe like something a foreigner who doesn't know Romanian would think Romanian sounds like.
I guess I'm giving up on common sense. Auntie, you are so weird in just this wonderful way. You know, I will actually go there and say that crazy crap.
the Dingir Anakanpa.
Does that mean anything to you, chat? Can you figure out what this Zidingir Anakanpa should be? Do let me know in the comments.
Baby, write it down.
I got it. I'll do it.
I got it, come on. Zidingir Anakampa. Kampai!
See you on the other side.
No, no, no. I will stay right here. Good luck, child.
Okay, so it's time to go back to the barrier gate. If I remember correctly, it was here. I don't know, I need to hear that bark again.
It's a tomcat.
No, no bark. Oh yeah, there it is. I've told you, he's a polyglot, he speaks multiple languages.
Did you just bark at me?
And yes, I called him a he because he was a tomcat, identified as a tomcat. Cabbage! More cats! Beautiful scenery! Let's try it.
Here go. Zidingir Anakampa.
Kampai! Okay,
Holy crap!
let's go to Rakus. Okay, I guess that's the Chimera.
Holy sh...
Can you... Oh, I feel like my... Just give me a second. Just 1 second. Yes, so basically, as you can see, I moved my window in which you can see me, so you have full visibility of Chimera. I guess that would be the Chimera.
Salutations, traveler.
Ooh.
God. Damn, wow. I'm,
First time out of your pocket of reality, is it?
yes.
You don't smell like a threat.
Thank you. I took a shower before the stream.
Got any documentation? Anything to show? Help me decide if I let you pass.
My aunt gave me this gold coin.
And as I mentioned earlier, as you can see, we don't have an inventory. We don't have to combine items, we don't have to click on items. When we are presented with a choice or the opportunity to use them, they will be automatically brought up, presented. That's why I said it's more like not a walking simulator, because we do a bit more than that, but also not a classic adventure game either.
You young ones show up earlier and earlier. Well, if there's nothing you want with me, Rakus is that. Be warned, the town's easy to get lost in, especially for someone in your condition.
What condition?
My condition?
Recently exposed to worlds you did not know existed. Take a right at the split towards the Starlit Plaza. I think the Dampetal Inn might be open. You can ask for directions there. Safe travels.
I don't know, I wanna see if we can pet this fluffy something Chimera.
Hey, sorry if I came across as an idiot.
Guilty as charged?
This is all a bit overwhelming.
You're doing fine compared to most. We've had fainting, puking, seizures, even a death or two.
I don't suppose you can explain all of this.
I'm just on the clock, watching the gate. Whoever lifted the veil off of your eyes should probably be doing the explaining.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
Also, chat, what do you think? Okay, we established that's a chimera. But what kind of creature is this? It has 3 fingers. It has 2 small horns. Bat-like ears. Their face is covered with something that looks like a movie's undergarment. And they have pink hair. What is this? What's that supposed to be?
I just guard the gate. That's my whole deal.
You just stand watch? Is someone employing you?
You'll have some adapting to do, young human.
A drag orc. Okay, I'll admit I would have never thought about that. And it would fit, but 3 fingers? I don't know. How many fingers do orcs have? And how many fingers do drag orcs have?
This isn't akin to where you're from. Some lust after riches, just like your kind. Some don't. I am the 314th keeper of this gate. And there is nothing else I care about in the world.
But at least we know they have a gate fetish, because they care about nothing else in the world.
Wow. Is there like another ship?
I haven't left my post in what would be decades for you.
Amazing.
One should not take a job unless they're serious about it.
Speaking words of wisdom. Let's ask about the animal. That's what I was waiting for.
Can I ask about the,
He's a chimera.
Chimera, yes.
We've been together since birth.
Yeah, okay, but they don't look the same species to me.
Your birth?
His and mine. That's how we're paired up. He's got heightened senses that I lack. And the other way around.
Is that why your face is covered?
Filter out his smell so I can sense all others.
Neat. What's his name?
We don't need names.
Okay. So, chat. Here's a challenge off game for you. Come up with the best name to this chimera. It doesn't have a name. It doesn't need a name according to its keeper. But let's do a very human thing and let's try to find a name that fits this fluffy beastie boy. Or girl.
I'm sorry, I can't stop staring at him.
Him. So boy. Beastie boy.
Yes, they're not just great guards. They're
Jiku,
lookers
come on,
too.
we can do better than Jiku. Come on, put your imagination to work. Come on, we can do much better than Jiku.
Yeah, they sure are.
I can see you're a bit scared. Rakus is pretty safe as long as you won't see any chimeras walking around town. Actually, you won't see much of anyone now. Speaking of which, maybe it's time for you to move along.
Mr.
All right, I'll be on my way.
Mr. Fluffersnook. Okay, that's better, that's better.
Remember, take a right toward the Starlit Plaza. You'll find the inn there. Good luck.
Okay, let's find this
Place looks and feels deserted.
plaza.
Strange.
Again, I'm amazed by the hand-drawn art and how good it looks. It has personality. Ooh, that's a nice plaza. And we have Gavril's potions, cams, and pills. Okay, so we found the dealer.
Some kind of mechanical shop. Lots of cogs and dials. Doesn't look like it's open though. Gavriel's. Potions, chems, and pills. It's not open though.
No. The dealer only comes out after sundown. Bushy tree?
Providing some shade, though there's not really a need for it. Raku seems to remain in permanent twilight.
It's pretty empty, isn't it, Chet? So basically... Oh, Mr. Fluffy Pants. So we either have Fluffer Snook, Mr. or Mr. Fluffy Pants. I don't think he was wearing pants. Come on! Put those neurons to use! Remember the lessons about creativity. Come on, you can do it. So we have a bushy tree and a drooping tree.
Vegetation's allowed to spread wildly here. Pretty cool.
You have a window?
It's one of the side windows of the Damp Petal Inn. Unsurprisingly dripping with humidity.
It's called Damp Petal for a reason. We enter the inn. Okay. Cadmus. Rakiu, the protector of Raku. Okay. That's a funny one. He's pink, okay. Or purple, or maybe it's from all these stuff hanging around.
This guy looks busy. I'll just let him be for now.
Okay, now that's a Romanian name. Those who are not familiar with Eastern Europe or Romania will not recognize, but Haralamb is actually an old Romanian name. And we have next to it a phoenix.
A big, beautiful bird with vivid red plumage.
Not necessarily a phoenix, but a beautiful birdie.
Quite the sight, too. It looks very, dignified.
Dignified it is. Let's talk to Haralam.
Early bird, huh?
Catches the worm.
Yep, got to beat them all to it.
Let me share a bit of wisdom. No one likes an overenthusiastic greenhorn.
Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but he actually has a picture of a relative here on the shelf, and it also has just one eye. It must be running in the family.
You'll toot your own horn enough when you're officially special. Cool it for now. What can I get you?
Let's try asking for a drink.
I'll have some ale if you have it.
Money on the table first, kid.
But of course, no money, no drinks.
Ugh. I've only got this coin, and I'm not sure I should spend it.
You playing dumb with me?
Let's not antagonize him. He looks big. Again, he has 3 fingers, a big beard, and one angry eye. So he can literally give us the stink eye.
No, seriously. Sorry, I didn't mean to annoy you. I'm obviously new here. Pleased to meet you.
I'm Haralam. I own the joint. Welcome to Raku's.
Alinka, pleasure. I wonder if special means the same thing to the two of us.
Don't try to twist my words, kid. You go ahead and study that shit. I ain't got a problem. But you ain't better than anyone else for it.
Is he talking about magic?
You ain't the first one to get lost in Raku's and wander in here for directions. Take out your map and I'll mark the Institute on it.
So, we have the Institute directions, but I feel like we can prod a bit more about Rakus.
This place is pretty litty.
What is pretty litty? It's pretty lit or pretty litty? Litty?
Come again?
Exactly.
You don't see a lot of inns with so much indoor vegetation.
I like it damp. Moist. Reminds me of home.
Cool.
Obviously.
So, where's home?
We ain't close enough for that talk, young girl.
Wow. We struck a chord just asking where he's from.
I was just being nice.
That's fine, but, read the room.
What?
The room's literally empty.
They both make good points.
You know what I meant, smartass.
No. Let's ask about the Institute.
You're not too crazy.
The Institute? What gave it away? Case I didn't come through clear enough. This ain't the student-friendly place. There's no ruckus here, none of your tricks. People are sleeping upstairs.
I'll be on my tiptoes.
Let's ask about Ruckus.
Can I ask the innkeeper about why the town's so empty? Or are you just snapping at me again?
You got guts, girl.
Hell yeah.
Like I said, you're awful early. They won't start enrolling for a while. No one's here yet. I'm probably the only business open already, just 'cause I get bored waiting.
But at the same time, he gets annoyed by students. Alright.
Noted. I'll be right back.
Suit yourself.
No, we will not be back anytime soon. Because I feel like he's rude for no reason.
Stairs leading up to the rooms. They could use a good sweep. There are thin, narrow leaves strewn all over.
And clearly a creature that has one eye shouldn't be yapping about how much he hates magic, because he definitely seems like kind of a magical creature. Let's get out of here. Window, we looked at everything. Let's continue towards the wine shade passage.
The way's blocked. I can't see past.
Okay. We have more wines.
They don't call this the Vine Shade Passage for nothing.
Obviously we had the hills with the gate. Now we have wine shade passage. Very inspired.
We sell the finest Neblash and Rakus, miss.
Neblash. Again, what is Neblash? What is Neblash? I don't know.
But we're not open yet.
Neblash.
The mortar coil. I guess you don't shuffle it off, you shuffle in.
It's not just me who makes bad puns. Pieces of luggage.
Big pieces of luggage blocking my way. Looks like people are on their way here soon. Well,
People. Cozy interior.
I'm trying to imagine what it's like living in a place like this. And coming short.
Really interesting lady with two proeminent fangs looking out the window. We have some wood carvings too.
They look like traditional carvings I've seen around Sigishwara, but somehow
Sigishwara.
more esoteric, I guess.
But I love how the light reflects on her pants, and you can't see, of course. Let me move the webcam window again. Yeah. So as you can see, it's like disco strobe and disco lights reflecting on her pants. Party! We go now to flicker light. Let me guess, it's called flicker light because some lights are flickering.
Boxes blocking the way. Looks like luggage that was sent ahead. It says the Gold Leaf Society. It's closed though.
Everything is closed because we were already been told that we are early. But then again, I love this because these gates and this type of fences are just very Maramu. They remind me a lot of Maramuresh. And tourists or those a bit familiar with Romania will know that those are really famous cultural heritage like gates, that a lot of effort goes into making them, and they can look really, really pretty. But let's continue to Hazy View Crossroads, where I can hazard Psychokinetoteles. Guess we will have hazy views. Damn, I was wrong. But it looks cool.
Damn.
Yeah, girl. Damn indeed.
First time you see it?
Kubil, the passerby.
Yeah, first time. It's impressive.
Yeah, they say the Thames one of the biggest of its kind.
Teams. Timisoara Institute of Magic? Quick chat. Give me your best guess what team means. Is it an abbreviation or is it maybe a different term? And again, shout out to Radu and for his idea to support the streamer and throw, toss, flip a like, a share, and subscribe this way. Abbreviation. Okay, it's an abbreviation for what, team? Come on, I feel like if I click we will find out. So give your answers before I click. Cheers. Team, 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 team. Going once, going twice. The Imp's Mansion. It's a crazy guess, but I like it. Let's see what team stands for.
The Tim?
You really don't know what you're looking at, do you?
Biggest mansion? The Impaler something, okay. The Impaler's Mansion. How about that? I don't think so, but let's see.
That's the Transylvanian Institute for Magic.
So it's not Timisoara, it's Transylvanian Institute for Magic with a K.
Of course it is.
Isn't she a beauty?
She's big. It looks a bit Brunkoven-esque mixed with some Neo-Roman. Neo-Roman. Yeah, we all were so far.
Well, enjoy Rakus while it's nice and quiet. Once the students come, good luck getting any sleep. Stay safe, friend.
Approach the entrance to the institute. No, before we approach, let's see what we have here. We have
Wow.
rooftops.
The houses look so tiny compared to the Tim.
I agree.
It's downright colossal.
It looks a bit like Corvin Castles. A bit, a tiny bit. But listen to me. It's like in those bad jokes. Come on, I want a Hogwarts. No, we have Hogwarts at home. The Hogwarts at home. Road to Ruckus, eastward.
It looks
leading-
warm and welcoming. Some kind of inn, maybe? But it's not advertised as such.
Rest stop.
Looks like somewhere to sit and wait. I can't even imagine what for.
The 3 o'clock brooms.
I love just standing here looking at this sea of crooked chimneys and skylights, but I have things to do, damn it.
It's impressive.
I probably shouldn't go that far, at least for now.
Okay, I feel like we explored the surroundings, and again, if there is a scene that could be used as wallpaper, I would say this is one.
the Transylvanian Institute for Magic.
The team.
It's colossal.
That's what she said.
I feel so tiny looking up at them. The entrance is delightfully lit by candles flickering everywhere around. They seem to just go on forever. Hi, hey, hello.
Yes?
Laur. Again, that's a Romanian name. Let's be polite and make some small talk.
This is, wow.
What is this? Are you... Who are you?
So my attempt at small talk, I guess, failed?
No way did you show up this early for enrollment.
Yes, way.
What are you, human?
As far as I know. Should we play a bad joke or a pun on the old caretaker? Or I assume he's a caretaker because he has a lot of keys in his hands. Should we confirm or should we deny that we are human? We have a deny. Any other opinions? Deny going once, deny going twice. No other opinions, then we deny.
Sometimes it really doesn't feel like it.
I won't have you waste my time.
I feel like we antagonized him.
I promised myself I won't repeat this, but you folks never learn. I know time flows differently here than where you come from, but showing up early does not help. Return on the specific day you were instructed to.
We were not instructed, you purple, old, red-nosed sourpuss. Let's show him the coin.
I was given this coin. Maybe it means something to you?
Ha.
Oh.
Ha.
Huh.
Exactly.
I could not expect to see this coin ever again.
Ominous. A very specific coin, not any coin.
Please wait here, miss. I am to escort you directly to Professor Stigoy's office.
Strigoi, come on. Come on, you can't get more Romanian folklore than that. Strigoi. Let's see who Professor Strigoi is.
Whoa.
Follow me closely and do not stray.
And avoid the shadows, step over the salt, don't throw salt at your back or above your shoulder. I'm not good. You can write some superstitious stuff in the chat. Ooh, nice office.
Come.
Come.
Do come closer, miss.
Okay, we are moving automatically. So that's a Strigoi.
Good evening, I guess.
And he looks a bit familiar to the guy who we met in the inn as well. Same-ish skin of color. Color of skin, sorry. Maybe. I don't know.
Ah, yes, evening. This perpetual twilight must feel alien to you.
Alinka Vraja.
Ilinka Vraja.
You see, Rakus is now fairly empty. Normally it's teeming with day and night walkers alike.
So there are two shifts, and they are unionized. Some walk the streets by day and some walk it by night.
A permanent near sunset makes for a fitting compromise.
I feel like unlike the gatekeeper, this guy appreciates small talk. So let's play along.
Oh, I'm all about the golden hour. This suits me just fine.
It pleases me to hear this.
You cannot be wrong twice. Or yeah, maybe I can, but this time I seem like I nailed it.
I'm not even sure where to start, but this coin...
Belongs to someone in your family, no?
It seems it's mine now, but it did belong to my great aunt.
It is indeed, then, proof of blood.
A proof of blood.
I am delighted to welcome you to the Institute. Dominica's tragically short stay with us is fondly remembered by many.
Let's ask about Dominica's involvement.
My auntie studied here?
This is so like her. She has not told you.
No, she didn't. Let's not be snippy. I don't feel like with someone called Professor Strigoi we should be snippy. Let's guess him straight up.
Mr. Strigoi?
Strigoi.
Strigoi, sorry. Could you just spill the beans already? This has all been a bit much, and I'd love to understand what's going on.
I fear that it is your aunt's story to tell, not...
Fair enough.
So he won't spill the beans.
Proof of blood?
Miss Raja, you should know that we highly value lineage within these walls.
Lineage. Oh, I feel like after I mispronounced his name and antagonized him, I shouldn't antagonize him further, voicing my disapproval. Oh, that look of superiority. Let's say we approve. Let's get on his good side.
Family's important, I agree.
Good stock begets good stock.
That's a very secular view.
I sense that you and I will get along, Miss Raja.
Okay, so overall I came up on top and I managed to rub him good. Oh, that did not sound right.
Admittance in the Institute's summer program is conditioned by being of blood.
Being of blood.
Of blood.
Of blood.
Auntie's got a lot of questions to answer.
At least once a month.
The innkeeper I talked to, your groundskeeper, everyone mentioned me being early. Early for what?
As you might have guessed from the name of the institution, we train the offspring of selected families in the high art of magic.
Magic. It's not magic, it's magic.
We are a short while away from the commencement of our summer preparatory school.
Okay, so we don't actually enroll, we go into the pre-program. We go in a prep school. Before the real school.
Wait, you train kids to be...
Mages.
Mages.
Initiation in the arts of spellcrafting and spellcasting. And, following an examination, admission into the Transylvanian Institute for Magic.
Magic. I just love how he says magic. Be cool about it, let it all out, be cool. Let's be cool, we are cool cats, aren't we?
Sounds nice. At least for summer school.
Not disguising one's confidence. Good.
Again, I seem to know how to speak his language.
I sense in you a preparedness.
Oh, I'm fully prepared and committed. Let's go! I can go 12 rounds couch. Put me in! Put me in!
You may have felt it too, and never known its purpose. I hope to see you again soon, when enrollment commences.
I will get back to you on that, Mr. Strigoi. I'll be taking my leave.
Be sure and send my warmest greetings to your great aunt.
All right, Auntie. You owe me an explanation here.
Foster mechanic, what the fuck, sorry, Foster mechanic and a lot of cheap viewers on streamboo.com. Thank you, no thank you, I don't wanna buy viewers. It's interesting. Apparently, yeah, I don't know why I didn't thought about this, but if there are bot farms or farms full of bots for social media, why wouldn't be there for Twitch to apparently help you with your viewer dysfunction and show you much more potent than you are? Thank you, no thank you. I prefer to do it the classical old way, just streaming, getting the word out. And I guarantee you that no matter where you come from, you will not find bots on this channel, only real people. Not very many in the beginning, but I hope the numbers will rise. Okay, so this short intermezzo, we move on. Basically, we found out we are of blood, and we have some heritage. And now it's time to ask Dominika about what the hell all does that mean. Are we witches? Are we not? Are we part of a dark covenant? Let's find out.
Why, it's my favorite niece.
Oh, I guess I have a favorite niece too.
Please don't favorite niece me. I don't do drugs and I don't drink, and I'm pretty sure my mind is all there, so you'd better explain what is happening to me, Auntie.
You saw it with your own eyes, haven't you?
I did. Chimera, Cyclops, Strigoi. God knows what else I've seen.
Oh, so it was a Cyclops. How did I not realize that? Of course. It has one eye, so it's a Cyclops. But do we have Cyclops in Romanian folklore? I feel like it's more like a Greek thing, not Romanian. But okay. Fair enough, Chimera is not Romanian either, it's more Greek as well. If I remember, was it Hercules or... who had to deal with the Chimera? Hercules? I don't know. Let me know, chat, if you remember who actually dealt with the Chimera in the Greek legends.
There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy.
Oh, Horatio, why art thou, Horatio? Hercule Chimera, thank you for confirming, you know. There's a reason why you are my second favorite niece. Bellerophon. Yes, I remember something from Mission Impossible. And yes, there was the Chimera, the virus, and the antidote was called Bellerophon. So it might be something to it. I will have to look this up. But that's why it's fun, chat. We have some things to discuss about. But now, let's crack on. We have three choices. And again, if we get the discussion rolling, let's continue with it. Should we ask Dominika how this all relates to us? Should we just stay silent? Or should we chide her? Also, as a side note, while you're typing in your answers, yeah, I remember the Hydra, Radu, with the head that grow back. On a side note, while you type in your answers about what choice we should take here, I'm happy to announce the fact that the stream is holding and no choppiness, and we are almost at the 2-hour mark. Yeah, it was the Nemean lion. And the boar, yeah. Also, my favorite remains Ulysses and his trip to the island of Kirke, yeah. Stygian boar, yes, it was the Stygian boar. And fun fact, Stygian boar also appears in Asterix and Obelix, where we have the dog who is named Idefix, but if I remember correctly, in the last or the one before Asterix and Obelix game developed by Microids, we had a very funny appearance by the Stygian boar. So, coming back, help me chat, help me. 1, 2 or 3. 1, ask how this relates to you. 2, say nothing. 3, chide her. Lock in your votes now. Going once, going twice. No answer. Okay, I'll choose on my own then. You abandon me in my times of need, chat. You abandon me in my times of need.
Please, Auntie, tell me why you've revealed all this to me.
There are pockets of magic hidden all over this world. Rakus is one of them, and it is also a hub. Certain beings can travel to and from it from their own secret abodes.
Oh, I love this word, abodes.
That is why it is host to an Institute of Magic, which you are.
Institute of Magic, which we are entitled to by blood. Let's ask, what does she mean by blood?
Tell me that by blood doesn't mean what I think it means.
Let's just say it doesn't come just once a month.
Magic runs in our family. You're a witch, Alinka.
Quelle surprise! We have a teenage witch in our midst. As I've told you before the stream started, it is a story of coming of age. I have to acknowledge, I guess all teenage girls dream about somewhere deep inside of being a witch, and they would not deny this.
I'm a witch.
You are.
Wait. How am I a witch? I can't even do card tricks.
Oh, come on, that's a magician, not a witch.
Magic isn't illusionism, Ili.
Correct.
Think of magic as wheat.
Wheat.
What?
Most people are gravel. You are fertile soil.
So that's why it's by blood, because you are fertile soil.
You just need teachers to sow that unearthly seed in you.
Okay.
A school for magic, and I'm a witch.
I'm a witch, I'm a Nope.
This is a bit much, Auntie.
I can do a lot of things, singing is not among them.
I think I'll sleep on it.
A wise choice, dear.
What's with this game trying to sleep on things
How
and
nice
decide...
of Akeem to gift me this painting.
And decide things in your bedroom. But then again, I have to admit, this view looks amazing.
I'll hang it up right here by my bed.
Next to the triangle of the bed, the circle/oval of cat. And yeah. Actually, she hang it up more like next to her laptop, but fine. As I've told you, that spot looks just inviting, and it looks so cozy.
So, it really wasn't a dream? That place really exists, and I'm really an actual witch?
Of course we decide to enroll, because we just roll with the decisions.
Why the heck am I hesitating? Of course I'm enrolling. This is the craziest and coolest thing ever.
Yeah, this is exactly like something my niece would say.
Holy moly, I'm doing this!
Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but now we are wearing the coin around our neck.
Aunt Dominica, I've decided to enroll in the Institute for Magic.
Called it. I mean, I knew you would, Ely. That spark in your eyes. I had the very same when I was your age.
2 centuries ago.
Yeah, maybe we should see an optometrist. Or a shrink, more likely.
That's a cool answer.
I know it's a pretty crazy situation to get used to, but get used to it, you will.
Now we're talking like Yoda. But get used to it, you will.
If you say so.
Now shoot, run over there and enroll. You've made your auntie proud today, Ilinka.
So, if we follow her advice, I think that tonight we are enrolling.
It's good to hear that. I'm off.
If I remember correctly, it was this way. Again, the guy with the cabbage. Back to Rakus we go. Here we have again, what was his name? Mr. Fluffersnack or Mr. Fluffy Pants or Rakiu, the keeper or the guardian of Rakus. Anyway, he's a nice creature.
Wow,
Oh,
this place
okay.
got lively all of a sudden.
Now it's full of people.
Look at all these.
Students.
I think they're here to enroll in the Institute for Magic too. I might as well get accustomed to this.
Okay, so we have a dwarf that maybe Radu is old enough to remember that those Polish or Czech, Yugoslavian something cartoons with Rumcais, who was a hunter and had that awful flintlock-like exaggerated gun. I always found it fascinating that his name was Rumcais. And next to it, we seems like we have a lady who has a face, but instead of legs and the head, she has flames. She has arms, she has a face, but instead of legs and head, she has flames. And what's this? Is this an angel with a dance cap on it? It definitely has wings. Okay, these characters are just pretty imaginative. I like them. And look at this green-faced walrus, land walrus. I like the creativity here. But let's move on. What's this flying? I don't know, but it looks really tired. Some more interesting creatures. Conspirators. Ooh, what's with the conspirators? Conspirators. Something.
Lots of whispering and shushing each other.
I know, I have to work on my accent. It's on the list.
Not my concern.
Nice timing. Oh, we have a young ghoul.
In a rush to school, are we?
Outstanding guesswork, sir.
No shit, Sherlock.
Ah, human sarcasm. Move along, pale young thing.
And I don't know.
You never know what's around the corner in Rakus.
I'm all about that, dude.
Apparently a lot of weird creatures are around Rakus. I'm trying to figure out if this blonde is part of the Daywalker or the Nightwalker crew. And she doesn't look unionized because if you look, she has one blue eye, which suggests that she got a bit punched. And I guess these are just like lizard people? You know, conspiracy theories, lizard people chilling in the sewage canal. Let's see what other weirdos can we find. This looks like a distant relative of Cousin It. But you can actually see their eye, nose and mouth, but their whole face seems to be one big beard. I feel like we are at a very adult and very peculiar Comic-Con. We have a satyr, maybe, if these are hoofs, and it has horns and beard. It could be a satyr. Ooh, what's this cute mouse?
I'm telling you, it is. It's a shadow fox.
Ooh, that's cute. Who wants a shadow fox? Fingers. Raise your fingers. Who wants a shadow fox? Also, what's this guy's deal? It looks like it has kind of a primitive gas mask. We have a chubby... I don't know what creature this is. But I love the creativity. Let's see what the shadow fox does. It teleports.
Hey, girl.
And of course...
She chose you, miss. What an honor.
Yeah, she licked her rear and behind and a specific part of her anatomy, which means that she chose me, right?
Shadow foxes will always show you the way.
Yeah, she already showed me, thank you.
You have to name her now.
Okay.
Oh, all right, Foxy. From now on, your name is...
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll. What is her name?
Mist.
Mist. Okay, that's a fair enough name. Ooh, I forgot to move the chat box when I put my picture back. Okay, done. Let's move on. And hit. Now she points. Before she leaked, now she points. Nothing new here, let's move on. A lot more people, missed pointing, no hotspots. This is weird. Well, okay, I admit everything is weird, but in a nice way. So, chat, do let me know, what do you think about the game? Do you enjoy it so far? Do you want to see more of it? Because I'm pretty sure we will not be able to finish it tonight. Want to see more out of the story? Want to see more? Want to find out more about Illy's adventures? Okay, we have another fluffy thing. This time it's big and purple and pink. I agree, Radu. Kudos to the developers. A lot of weirdos. Let's just get to the institute. Isn't this the guy we met earlier in the pub? I do believe it was him. Sorana. Now that's a Romanian name, but I don't recognize the creature.
Hey there, I'm Illy.
Yes, you are.
I can't contradict you there, sister.
Am I late or early again?
Neither, actually. We're all waiting for the groundskeeper to lead us in.
So Yuno says it's really cute. I expected you to like it. I will probably finish this as well. Just as a short detour, tomorrow we will be streaming South of Midnight because I received 2 votes on that game on my new YouTube channel. And most probably Wednesday we will continue with Doom. And also in the weekend you can expect some marathon runs. I am planning on streaming 8-10 hours each day. Both Saturday and Sunday, so you can jump in and jump out, you can lurk, or maybe you can just watch the reruns. But let's continue with the game, because apparently we are all waiting for the groundskeeper to lead us in.
Oh, good.
Nervous?
A bit.
I'm only asking cause, no offense, there's a waft of Arcanil around you.
What is Arcanil?
Of what?
Thank you for the good wishes. You know, it's gonna be an experiment. I feel like I can do it. We'll see if the weekend proves me right or wrong about my capabilities and endurance to actually conduct 8-10 hour long streams. And I'll see what games. Maybe Doom, maybe Expedition 33, maybe Warhammer Rogue Trader. I will see how I feel.
Non-magical being!
Okay, so we are already smelling like a non-magical being. Come on, I took a shower before the stream. I shouldn't smell like a non-magical being.
Tell you the truth, I'm not too clear on that either.
I guess that's why we're here, right? To find out.
Let's find out.
Shh, here he comes.
Oh, here he comes. He's
Settle
a man
down,
eater.
everyone. We will now enter the Institute. Walk, crawl, or whatever your locomotion is in a calm and orderly fashion.
I like it that it is an inclusive group. So whatever your locomotion is, you're welcome.
Professors Daos and Strigoi will officially open the ceremonies and provide you with all the information you will need. Do follow me now.
Also, welcome new viewers. Don't be shy. Feel free to say
Welcome,
hi in chat.
students, to the preliminary phase of admission.
You are welcome to say something, leave a comment, share, like, subscribe, you know, the usual. And now, let's crack on with Mr. Strigoi's introductory speech.
Into the Transylvanian Institute for Magic.
Magic.
You are hereby officially enrolled in our summer program as Near-Mages. Congratulations.
So, just a quick recap for those who joined later and those who might have lost it, the story among all my rambling. We are in preschool for magic, and as such, we are not magicians, we are Near-Mages.
You are all of blood and of good stock, and some of you, once this training is complete, will become real mages, and take your learning within the Institute to a higher level. I am Professor Strigoi.
That you are.
Next to me is our headmaster, Professor Daos.
Esteemed students.
Okay.
Now, allow us to explain how these will all work. Professor Daos.
Yes.
A speech is coming up.
Classes will become available to you periodically. You will be duly notified by flying creatures called Mitskins. Maybe you've seen them fluttering around.
Was that old tired thingy? That I asked what's it? That was a midskin? Oh no, that's a midskin. That's cute. I already know someone who wants a midskin. Or maybe two persons.
Each class you take grants you a near spell.
Okay, so near spell because we are near mages.
Combine 3 near spells and you craft an actual spell.
Okay, so combos of 3.
That is about the extent of it.
If I may expound upon the concept, Professor. As mentioned, every class you take grants you a near spell. Think of near spells as ingredients and of spells as dishes.
Ooh, we cook.
Near spells themselves do nothing. Put 3 together, however, and you obtain a powerful spell that you can cast. Should I repeat?
No, I guess I understood that.
Good. Therefore, having taken 3 classes, you can craft 1 spell. 4 classes means 4 potential spells. 5 classes means 10 spells, and so forth. Questions so far?
No, and I don't want to get on his bad side either. We understood the geometrical proportions.
I have one.
Okay, that's not me.
Do these near spells get used up when you combine them, or can we use them again?
Near spells are bits of knowledge. They stay with you always.
Always.
Cool.
The more classes you attend, the more your spell arsenal grows, almost exponentially.
Should we repeat?
No, I understood.
But it does get more complex than that. Professor Dawes, care to tell the students about the different types of near spells?
Okay, we have several
Ahem.
types.
Certainly. There are 6 types of near spells. Earth, wind, fire, water, blood, and soul.
Okay.
Each time a class becomes available, you will be the one to choose which of these 6 disciplines to study. We take pride in letting our students decide a specialization. Thus, at the end of this preparatory period, it's possible that no 2 near mages share the same spell inventory.
So basically, if each player is allowed to attend and learn these in their own order, I guess, yeah, it will lead to different outcomes. And maybe they tie into some puzzles, because I believe we learn spells not just for the fun of it, but to use them. Let's see how that goes.
With few exceptions, any combination of any 3 types of near spells is possible, each in turn yielding different results.
Take these near spells, for example.
Wind,
Fire. And earth. Put together, they create the spell known as Mist Image, a ghostly apparition resembling the caster, or the castee.
So we can spec into anything we like?
As long as you promise not to speak unless invited to.
Yeah, I had a feeling that it's not a very good idea to get on his bad side.
Sorry.
This allows the Near-Mage to express their personality via the magic they wield. Anyone want us to repeat?
Nope, thank you.
Optimal.
There are some limitations to your spell casting, but we'll elaborate on that later into the program. Just a few general rules. Spells are not toys. You are but near mages. Due to lack of experience, the results of your spell casting can be unpredictable.
Also, spells stay in Rakus. Absolutely no casting them in the human world. Students, take magic seriously. It is a great and ancient responsibility that we are laying on very young shoulders.
And with that, we welcome you to the Transylvanian Institute for Magic.
Yay, we are part of team!
Near mages, time to prove yourselves. Dismissed.
Dismissed. Okay. More interesting creatures?
Esteemed students, welcome to your first ever magic class. Please pay attention, as this is important. You see that pillar over there with the symbols on it?
Yes, it's here.
Use it to select one of the 6 disciplines, and that shall be what you will study during this class. Now, before you take this first important step, I will remind you once more. There are 2 ways you can approach the Institute's curriculum. Either intuitively, choosing whatever suits you at the time, and perhaps relishing not knowing what spells this will lead you to. In which case, just go ahead and select your next class's subject right away. Or by studying ahead, looking up recipes and techniques, thus strategizing and planning ahead. Our library, situated in the main hall, close to the courtyard exit, welcomes you at all times. That is all. Carry on.
Make it so. So we have free will. Classes are now available. You can either choose them on a whim, also known as the Sobrina way, from the pillar located in this hall, or go pick up a spell book first and plan your spells ahead, also known as the Theo way. You'll find the spell book in the library. You may pick it up anytime later. Yeah, I feel like we are going and choosing the Theo way.
That way to the Aula Magna, where if I'm not mistaken, that's the headmaster. Probably best to not be summoned there. That way to the Aula Magna.
Okay. What do we have here?
Wouldn't mind studying with you, or just you.
Okay. So, is it me or is that a not so subtle invitation? Let's hear that again.
Wouldn't mind studying with you, or just you.
Murmur gurgur.
If I'd lean over the balustrade, I could see right into the main hall. I'm not sure that makes sense spatially, but this place is weird in so many ways. You gotta love the demon-centric aesthetic they went with.
Let's see what's in the common room. Oh, we have a green midskin. That's so cute. And we have a grumpy blue one you can partially see. Midskins are cute. So we have bookshelves.
There's a bunch of freestanding bookshelves all around. I like them.
Leon.
It's nice and warm in here.
We have a fireplace.
It's nice.
I wanna... Ash.
Warm and inviting. That roaring fire is probably supernatural, but I don't mind. That's one cozy looking couch.
Can you imagine the napping sessions you could take in here on that cozy looking couch with the magical fire roaring in the background? Just cozy and warm and welcoming. Huh?
I'd so rest my werebutt on it, but it seems I've always got too much going on.
Yeah, sounds like someone I know.
Aw, would you look at that? There's a tiny fireplace fit for smaller students.
That's nice.
Wholesome.
Yes, wholesome and actually accepting and welcoming and yeah, nice. But I love the midskins, I have to admit, and this is my favorite so far with this smug smug face. Oh, we have a mad mage now.
Don't make me cast Fatal Blast on ya.
I dare you. I dare you, skinny blue skin. I dare you. Okay, let's see what's in the upper walkway. Wow, okay, that's an interesting creature. Grammary.
My dorm room is a mess.
We have dorm rooms. Great. What is this? This is Requiem.
Are you a friend of Tudor Strigoi?
Are we a friend of Tudor Strigoi? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see our dormitory room.
My own dorm room.
Ooh, that's luxurious to have your own dorm room.
So cozy.
And of course we have the wardrobe.
Octavian, my one and only love.
Okay. And the Foxy who got too tired licking her own dorsal areas, orifices, and now needs to slip it off. I don't know, I like it, but I do prefer the attic room that our great auntie provided us in Sigishwara. The view there is just much better. Ooh, look at that. I love how there is a lot of things going on the screen. Not necessarily some things you can interact with, because I can't interact with them, but it does make the game world feel alive and going with or without our interference, which is cool. It helps with the immersion. Let's go to the main hall. Potions hall. We can't enter. Ooh, look, a robot like... I love how things are flying around. Okay, of course you like mist. It's your kind of creature, you know. Doesn't this remind you a bit of a ninja from Mortal Kombat? With the kimono-like and the guard pads. It looks like a bit of a combo between Sub-Zero and whatever a pink ninja would be. What do we have here? Oh, we have she is proudly strutting there with a décolletage and some never-ending legs. But we have a shard. Let's see what a shard is.
These columns are enormous, and weirdly, each one seems to be in a different style. I'm not an expert in architecture, but I think it's what's called eclectic.
Yes, it is. And I don't want to know why there are so many protrusions on this one.
This place is beautiful.
Let's leave it like that. What is this? I don't know what a Hedrick is or who a Hedrick is, but looks cool.
Looking good.
Yeah, you are. Now that looks like an orc. How did you put it before, you know? A cross-dressing orc or a... some kind of orc. Anyway. Groundkeeper's quarters.
The door says grounds must be Mr. Lauer's office.
Dragork, yes, that was it. We have a tiny fella, we have something like coming from the Venetian Carnival. We have a
A
circular
nice,
sofa.
comfy spot for students to rest, read, or meditate. It seems to be very popular.
So basically they went all in with the weird creatures, and indeed the university just seems to be bursting with diversity. Lemuel.
Did Kodrin send you to spy on me?
Okay. Come on, chat. Admit it. One of you is Kodrin, and you are here spying on him. That's why you are watching the stream. Admit it, chat. Admit it. Let's see the courtyard before we go to the library. Ooh, that's cool. I like it. Ooh, dragons! The land will be dragons. Also, I don't know if you noticed, we have one, 2, 3, 4, 5 more midskins. 6, if this is a midskin. It doesn't look like a midskin. I don't know, I just like these midskins. And these dragons are very wonky. So we have some vampire looking dude who practices kind of a Tai Chi energy.
That's a shortcut to the potions hall.
Where we know I can go.
I just can't get a grasp on how this place's architecture works. No matter what angle you look from, it's always different.
I guess that's the point.
It makes no sense.
Confused
Is
newbie.
this where we meet for orientation? I'm so confused.
Yeah, we have a Jiku, I agree. That guy can be a Jiku. Gajiku.
You got a problem with me because I'm a spitty douche, huh?
Oh, come on. Come on. It's not a dwarf. It's a spiridouche. Gajiku, Jiku.
You got a problem with me because I'm a spitty douche, huh?
Spiridouche?
A place to sit down with your fellow students and talk spellcraft.
Love your outfit, girl.
I don't know if he's grumpy, so he's not a spiridouche. He's a spiridouche. You know, the American douche. Legus.
Pretty sight, huh?
Sturdy rock-hewn walls encircle and protect this inner makes you feel a bit safe.
We feel safe, Dara.
I normally look better than this, honest.
Really?
These hedges are expertly trimmed. The groundskeeper must really love his work.
That's what he said.
That's one impressive oak tree. It must be ancient. It would probably take 3 or 4 people to surround it.
That's what she said. Anari.
Why are you all up in my face like this?
I'm not even close to you. Girl, what's your problem? Oh, another midskin. I just love midskins. And we have mountains.
What a view of the blue, misty mountains from up here.
Blue misty... Do we have blue misty mountains in Romania? Do we? I don't think
Not
so.
to mention the dragons flying in the distance.
Yeah, already commented.
How did I ever end up in a place like this?
Already commented on the dragons, but I don't think we have blue misty mountains in Romania. Okay, let's go to the library and see what should we study. Yeah, but I don't believe there are any blue misty mountains in Romania, as in there are Munții Retezatu, Munții Parâng, Munții Carpați. It reminds me of The Hobbit, Misty Mountain Cold. Maybe that's just me. We have
Most likely revered former headmaster.
Sherban, is that you?
Handsome fella, if I do say so myself. Yep, as expected, lots of them. A wealth of occult knowledge at my fingertips. What an intricate looking lock. Beautifully crafted too.
Okay, we have a lot. Of course it's you. You have 2 cats there and you're smirking in a slightly disturbing way. Yeah, it could be you.
Hello?
I'm busy right now. If you're looking for the spell book, it's right there on the desk.
That's exactly what I'm looking
Oh, thank you, I guess.
So, if I'm correct, in the yearbook, we'll see some of the guys who supported one way or another the project, maybe on Kickstarter or something. Anastasia, Andreas Jotil, Pribicer, Nelo, Kaspar. So, Andreas Jotil, Pribicer, Nelo, and Kaspar. I'm sorry, Sherban, it's not you. Andreasus L and Archangel, Arthur Meyer and Ashley Bowman, Bailey and Benjamin Hull. I like the fact that the developers took their time and probably transformed pictures sent in by the supporters into this painting like almost caricature or very flattering images. Because in some cases I feel like it's caricature, in others they flatter reality a lot. That's always a nice Easter egg gimmick in these games that are community driven. And look, a Romanian name next to an English one, gamer mask. Okay, so we have names and screen names as well. But let's see what we will study.
Got a spell book.
Ooh. So, the first magic we will learn is Whirlwind Rewind. Rewinds time on subject, results may vary. Single use only. And because of my picture you cannot see, but we have to study 3 near spells: water, wind and fire. This being said, I believe, just to keep things simple, I'll take them in order, and the first class we will attend will be water. I'll drink to that. Welcome viewers, welcome. Don't be shy, say hi in the chat. And let me know what kind of games do you like. Today we are playing Near-Mage, the newest adventure light RPG game from Stuck in the Attic, the same independent Romanian studio who brought us before Gibbous, Cthulhu adventure. And as you can see, it's really eclectic, really diverse and funny. I guess those who are with us from the beginning enjoyed it, and we had a few laughs already. Not the entrance, we go to the north wing. And we select water. What was it? Water, wind and fire?
Welcome, Near-Mages.
So we have Professor Proteus Flux.
I am Professor Proteus Flux, and I will teach you water magic.
What kind of creature is that? It has kind of tentacles that reminds us of octopi, but the sucking cups are not as equally distributed. Also, one of the tentacles seem to be ending in a leaf. And he looks like he has corals for horns and some... What's the word I'm looking for? Not shells, not clams. Some marine creatures in their beard. There is no lack of creativity in this game.
Thank you for choosing the subtle art of liquid waves as your first subject. I will now pour out the essential principles of water magic.
So he will pour out the principles. He stays in character, he stays in character.
Then, I will need you all to repeat them back to confirm that you learned them. If one of you gets it wrong, you all get it wrong.
So we need to pay attention, chat.
Please, pay attention and let this knowledge flow over you.
Why over me and why not through me?
For spells to truly sparkle, your soul must flow like water. When magic fades and you're drowning in the cold, dark waters of despair, dive deeper. Water magic will never let you down, for no matter how many have passed, there is always another wave. Water is the driving force of all worlds, and thus of all magic. Nothing is impossible when you pour yourself completely into spellcrafting.
Okay, that didn't really make sense.
Now, together.
Oh, now we have to repeat.
When you're drowning in the cold waters of despair.
Dive deeper.
Dive deeper.
Second question. No matter how many have passed, there is always
an oasis nearby, some hope, the last drop, no. Another wave.
Another wave.
Finally, water is the driving force of
all humans, all magic, all good, all evil. We know this, all magic.
All magic.
Correct.
Yoo-hoo! We did good.
You have now learned the Water Near spell. I hope you're bubbling with pride.
They really went all in with these liquid puns, didn't they? I could say they liquidate them all.
You are now 2 classes away from being able to craft your first spell. So this is all for your first class. You are now being summoned at the Potions Hall by Teacher Savetta. To reach the Potions Hall, just reach the first floor from the main hall. Congratulations. Dismissed.
It does kind of feel like Hogwarts, no? Eccentric characters teaching you magic. It's even more eccentric than Hogwarts because you have all these kind of weird creatures around. Inspired by some movie references, like this guy here. And yeah, now we go to botany, where perhaps we will see another wacky character who is in love with plants and will probably teach us how to identify them and send us on errands to get them. I swear, if we get a screaming Mandragora, I will cry Harry Potter. That's cute. I know what word I would use to describe all these creatures. Whimsical. Sounds like a good word for it, right? Whimsical.
Welcome, little saplings, to Potion Mastery. Well, in due time. My name is Savetta, and I will be your guide in the ways of the Green Thumb. Dealing with plants requires time, so I will not waste yours or mine. For generations, it has been the Institute's tradition to have the first potion class assignment be Nerve, brewing a flying potion. That's right, swooshing all over the place.
Of course, the first thing you know in botany is how to get high, how to fly.
Sometimes the earth is for the plants and not for your feet.
Sherban says that he likes the game, but he feels like there are some problems with it. There are a multitude of characters, designs, and not all meshed together. And he would have loved to see it more steeped into Romanian myth. Yuno says it is whimsy indeed. I feel like the Owl House and the Harry Potter had a baby. Fair enough. And Sherban also says things like Solomonari, for example, more Romanian sounding name and mythological creatures. I agree. So far I feel like it's a mashup between Harry Potter, or at least Hogwarts. Not the entirety of Harry Potter, but Hogwarts. Romanian mythology, and most definitely Greek mythology. Because we have, of course, Strigoi, but the other's name was Greek. We have the Chimera, we had the Cyclops. So we have a mashup of Balkanic. Greece is not Balkans, actually. But yeah, it's a mashup of magical characters. Some are clearly Romanian, some are not, and I feel like the developers maybe fear that if they go full Romanian flavor, they will limit their audience. Because even look at The Witcher. The Witcher first game went in full East European lore, and then they diluted it a bit with more recognizable characters added to the mix. And I feel like they took a gamble, because developing a game on your own and being an indie studio, especially in today's video game industry is a huge gamble, it's a huge risk. And I know from sources from the Romanian game press, the few journalists we still have, I don't need 5 fingers to count them, that they are in trouble, that Stuck in the Attic is in trouble. And I know they struggled a lot to get this game out, and it is only fair that they try to maximize the chances for their return on investment. I'm not talking about making a profit, but just trying to recoup some of the money they invested in the game. And banking just on Romanian mythology, I feel like would have limited them and put some barriers to the appeal of the game. Sherban also commented that the art is gorgeous, the voices are funny, and I can really feel the passion through it. The backgrounds especially are gorgeous. I love the passion that went into the art direction, the visual style, and the backgrounds and the characters. But for example, you pointed one of the pain points of mine when I'm playing this game. I feel like the voice acting is not up there. It's enthusiastic, but I wanted more. I know for Gibbous they had some issues because they hired a professional voice actor who mid development was diagnosed with throat cancer, and they had to pivot and re-record actually many lines, and it delayed production, but it still felt more intentional than this time around. I don't mind the eclectic mix of mishmash characters. I'm actually having fun trying to identify the references, may they be mythological or pop culture, but the voice acting is a bit, I don't know. I don't want to criticize the game because, again, I appreciate really much the effort and the courage Liviu and all the others put into it, but absolutely risking to sound like an a-hole. I expected a bit more from the voice acting, not just enthusiasm. And Yuno says it's Balkanic. Yes, it has kind of a Balkanic charm. I really enjoy it so far, but again, I feel almost like I'm playing a walking simulator, like a whimsier version of Life is Strange. Not really a point and click, not really a quest. It has nothing in common with Broken Sword or I don't know, Monkey Island, Green Fandango, the big ones I love. I'm still having fun with it, but I'm wondering if, like, diluting the Romanian or Balkanic or East European mythology with creatures that are more recognizable, with pop culture references, was the same risk-avoiding tendency behind it as it was in moving away from a pure blood or much more challenging point-and-click adventure and building a fun walk-around simulator, because we are almost 3 hours in it and we didn't really found the puzzle. We didn't really need to interact with anything. The voices are a bit flat, but they are funny ASF. The cute creatures, funky colors, and hodgepodge characters are great. Yeah, I agree. It has its charm. It's whimsical. That's the best term I can describe it. It's whimsical. I really enjoy it, but it's completely different from what I expected after Gibbous. I feel like the developers said, let's make something that appeals to younger audiences maybe, and I'm not meaning kids or teenagers, but those who doesn't necessarily remember the quest and point and clicks of 20, 30 something years ago. And they wanted to play it safe. Like finding the smallest common denominator and let's make something that's colorful, it's easy, and appeals to as many people as possible. And that's very different from what Gibbous was. This is an adventure game, only if I stretch the definition of the term adventure game. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy it. But I wouldn't call it an adventure game.
Now, pay attention.
I am, I promise, I am. I rambled on enough. Tavi04, hello there, the game has a different vibe in the original language Romanian, having also some common use phrases. For the English version I agree with you, it feels standard like it had to be done, but the dialogue itself is not catching your attention. Yeah, I agree. I'm playing it in English because I really want as many people, although I'm at the beginning and I don't have many followers, I see the contradiction and the irony there, but I want as many people as possible to see this game. I really appreciate the developers for what they did here. I have great respect for Liviu, and basically let me check. Audio, music volume, speech volume, gameplay, subtitles. No, I don't see a Romanian language. Yes, you have it, but not Romanian. English, German and Russian, and I guess these were the most popular ones they had when they saw after Gibbous. It would have been cool to see the Romanian language. Tavi, take a wild guess. We have Radu on the chat, we have Sherban on the chat, we have EM Banye on the chat. We are from Romania, so yes, we do speak Romanian and we do understand Romanian. And I commented at the beginning of the stream that Salut! Actually, you remark quite well on it. It has some phrases that are very typical for Romania and this part of Europe, especially those with "you were not born with a silver spoon in your mouth." We are very familiar with it. But let's crack on, and yeah, I get it why they didn't put Romanian in it. I love it, I enjoy it. Let's move on and we'll talk more. And yes, you can salute each other in our native language in the chat. I'll crack on in English because I hope this recording remaining both on Twitch and YouTube, it will attract attention of foreigners as well, who will buy the game and thus support Liviu and all the amazing people from Stuck in the Attic. So, we have to pay attention. We are at the point, after too long of a rambling, where we need to gather some ingredients for our potion master Saveta, care ne-a furat chiuveta.
You will need 4 plants for this.
4 plants, yes, 4 plants.
Opium poppy,
Opium,
monk's hood, poison hemlock, and deadly nightshade.
Opium poppy, monk's hood, poison hemlock, and deadly nightshade. Hopefully I remember them.
Chop chop! Come back to me once you have all 4 collected.
I already forgot them.
Right, but where do we look for them?
Ah, you see? I like that.
What manhood? No! Come on, don't confuse me. It wasn't the monk's manhood. It was monk's shade or... I hope I will recognize them when I stumble upon them.
Asking for a bit of help never hurt nobody, pointy-fanged one. I hear Najil's Botanical Emporium is opening soon. That might be a good place to start. Now scoot! I have planting to do.
Okay, so she just throws us out. And we have to find this Najil.
This seems like the place to be if you're into the green stuff.
Always into the green stuff.
Flowers, vines, cacti. It's got it all.
What else? Plant life, main hall, courtyard, main hall. Monk's hood, poison something, deadly nightshade and opium poppy. Good memory, you know, good memory, kudos to you. Oh, I love these creatures flying around. And I guess we have to go to the city? Monk's Hood Court. These characters are just whimsical. Okay, that's the courtyard. Where do we have to go? In Monk's Hood Court. Where is that? In Rakus. I guess in Rakus, because I don't think it's in the Institute. Let's go out in Rakus. I'll let you guys in a bit, but I wanted to help out. Thank you, Yuno. Your help is appreciated. Also, thank you for tuning in and staying with us today as well. I really appreciate both you, Sherban and Radu, who were tagging along for this third day of the journey. It's fairly new, Tavi, by the way, the channel. It's not something I ever thought I'm going to do, but people talk me into it. And after Doom, the Dark Ages on Sunday, no, on Saturday. Yesterday we had Clair Obscure Expedition 33. Today we changed up a pace and went with something much chiller and indie. So we went AAA, AA and indie.
You got pretty eyes, you know.
And of course, when you come out of botanical class where you commented on the fact that green is everywhere and green is the most important, you have to have a smoking hipster. Okay, let's see. To Woods entrance. Okay, haven't been here before. What?
I come from the far reaches of Berid Kained, friend. I sell things, I buy things. What you want? What you got?
It looks enticing, but I won't trek deeper into those dark woods unless I have a good enough reason.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, I swear, I just saw the Yelle in the forest.
Yelle! Here are your references that you were missing, Sherban. Now we have also Yelle.
Oh, I swear,
Birchview Knoll.
I have no... I'd be tempted to pick a few. They could be dangerous. Or I could never stop myself from smelling them and give up on everything else. Can't have that.
Okay, fair enough. Not smelling unidentified flowers.
So that's where this place gets its name from.
All the places get their name from their surroundings. We already established that.
Birch trees.
Yes.
And a knoll.
Yes.
Don't you love it when things come together like that?
They put all the names together like that.
I'm so tempted to peek inside.
Go on, go on. I was wrong. Indeed, there's no Romanian version, neither for Gibbous. No, for Gibbous I knew it wasn't. I was really sorry for that. But no. But I don't why I remembered it like it should have. Maybe because there were some lines in Romanian. Yeah, there were some lines in Romanian because Liviu is proud of his heritage. But no, I thought maybe they did it for this, but then I remember I talked to the editor from Go For Games and he confirmed me that they only did 3 languages, which is Russian, English and French, I guess was the other one. The most popular ones they had for Gibbous.
But I won't. The heck's wrong with me?
Isn't that a question for us all? Let's see if we enter here. What do we find?
I'm so tempted to peek, but the heck's wrong.
Oh, so the same dialogue.
I can see the inside of the lair. It's warm and inviting.
Yes, it is. Shady Woods. Ooh, we have a withered
This flower looks... I don't think it gets enough water. Truth in advertising. These woods really are shady.
We already saw that each location is actually named by the way they look and what they have inside them. Okay. Living forest. Shady woods, living trees, altar, lakeshore, foggy forest. And we have to get to Monkshood Court. Okay, we have some areas around Dracos we did not explore, but let's finish with the woods.
Can I interest you in some dubiously sourced silverware?
Dubiously sourced silverware.
Can I
No, you can't.
Symmetrical rows of trees gradually fading into bluish fog. My kind of aesthetic.
I agree.
I think I figured it out. They really are alive, but since trees operate on a huge time scale, they're moving, but so slow that it's imperceptible.
That's cute.
An empty altar with dancing female figures on top.
Sherban, thank you for joining as well. Have a great night with you, No, and see you around. Do not forget, tomorrow we continue with South of Midnight, which was the next voted game on the YouTube channel. Probably Wednesday we continue with Doom. I'm really not sure what will be next. But during the weekdays you will find me here from around 9 PM Romanian time. But in the weekends, and this weekend will be the first test run, we'll see if I can put into reality and action my plan to stream each day 8 or 10 hours. It's a big endeavor. I want to test my resilience, but I will put up for sure schedule on Twitch, and on YouTube I will schedule also the streams so you can see what's upcoming and tune in to what games you like. I most definitely want to finish Doom the Dark Ages, I want to finish Clair Obscur, and most definitely we will finish Near-Mage. And if you can't tune in live, you will always be able to find the recordings on the channels. A Magica Coop campaign would be funky. Yeah, I don't see it in the near future. But who knows, maybe down the road. Good night and have fun, you know. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for joining. And after this intermezzo we just crack on because we have to find those plants.
I think these are the mythical Yele.
Yes, they are. Yelele. Let's go back towards the
It says Shady Woods.
Lakeshore, maybe? Black Lake Shore? Not Black Sea Shore, but Black Lake? Dirty cloth?
Someone dropped messy students.
Can't we pick it up?
Messy.
No, so it's no importance. Okay, we are on the lake now. I guess we explored all the way to the west.
Something has eaten quite a lot of meat here. Something big.
A Wolpertinger!
I can see the shoreline opposite the one I came from. Not much seems to be happening there. It's absolutely still and so quiet.
Also, I guess the Romanian market for that is too small for now to warrant the cost. I agree, Radu. Unfortunately, although you know as well as I do that the Romanian market grew exponentially through the last years, but there is a real appetite only for the big titles. These kind of indie titles perform much better in the West, and among those who are adventure game aficionados, adventure quest fans, that's why I feel like it was a weird choice to dilute everything down, and instead of having the usual inventory system and puzzles, we have more like a walk around simulator. Also, Radu, you might remember, and maybe Tavi, you know them as well, Monty Python. And if you remember their Holy Grail parody, the name of the wizard was Tim. It was a line that was improvised by John Cleese because he was supposed to say something very long and very convoluted. He forgot, and so he just presented himself as Tim. I'm not sure if the name Tim of the institute is a nod to that, but I feel like if it is, it's a really funny fact.
I can see the shoreline up. Not much seems to be happening there. It's absolutely still and so quiet.
Yes, I feel like...
A lot of pines wavering quietly in the distance. I don't see any living thing there.
We have to get out of here because we're not in the right place.
Either the earth naturally caved in, or someone dug a roundish indentation in the knoll here. I could just be imagining it, but it feels like it's radiating warmth.
It's the lizard people. Most definitely.
I can see huge rocky cliffs on the other side of the lake, but I'm not in a hurry to get there.
Great. Let's find those plants, and I feel like they're not gonna be in the forest, so we have to go back to Rakus. Come on.
I'm so... What the heck's wrong with me?
Oh, come on.
I'm what the heck?
Move along, move along. Yes. I think it's interesting. I like the idea. Oh, a midskin. Sorry, I get distracted by the midskins. I love their design so much. I love the spell system. I love the fact that basically you gather near spells, which are information tidbits, and you can combine them into spells. I'm still waiting to see how much we will use them, because I can see the spells here, and it's clear that the more tidbits I learn, more classes I partake in, I will be able to use all these kind of spells, but I'm waiting to see if they have an actual impact on the gameplay. If maybe the developers moved into this direction, away from classical puzzles and maybe into figuring out what spell to use where. I don't know. After 3 hours almost into it, I feel like there are still game mechanics that are waiting to be discovered. I like it so far, I like the game so far, I like the vibe. My only problem with it is that I wouldn't call it an adventure game. It's a very fun experience, an interactive walk around simulator, because I don't want to call it a walking simulator. But I miss the challenge a bit. I miss to be put in front of figuring out stuff, how to open a door, procuring some items for some NPCs. I do miss that. Hazy View Crossroads, last few buildings.
The last few Rakus buildings. And then it's wilderness as far as the eye can see.
And as noted earlier before you joined the stream, I guess, I just love how they included everywhere the Maramu gates, or gates that are clearly inspired by the whimsical ports di Maramuresh. I don't think I have to get out of Rakus, so let's see how I can investigate a bit more of Rakus. Okay, wow, so this opened up. This wasn't here before, or it was cordoned off.
Just leave me alone, okay?
We have a desperate monster.
Hi,
Sorry, miss. Only vampires and Strigoi allowed.
Okay, a vampire troll about vampires and Strigoi.
Private party.
Yeah, they put a lot of effort in the art, and I love that there are so many things you cannot interact with, but it's like the game is full of life up to a point that's almost confusing, with so many details distracting, and a lot of it is just flavor basically, that you interact with it and you get immersed in the world, because I don't know, at least half of the dialogues and hotspots I interacted with so far, more than half, I would say 70-80%, didn't actually move the story forward. They were there mainly for flavor and world building. So we have a private party. I wonder if Rasputin is there.
Looks like a very private enclosure. And vampire exclusive.
Rasputin, lover of the Russian queen. Okay, we have a desperate monster, but we also have a confused mage.
I seem to have lost my keys. You haven't seen them, have you?
No, sorry.
Rakus really loves its Mitskins.
Come on, Mitskins are cute.
Pretty cute statue. Severely oversized, though.
We have a bridge, we have a shy traveler.
I don't know you. This is awkward.
And if I have one complaint beyond the voice acting, which is rather enthusiastic, but it doesn't seem to be up to the level of Gibbous. Even though I don't know if you heard before when I commented on the fact that I know from Review that they ran into some major troubles more than halfway through Gibbous, when the main voice actor was diagnosed with throat cancer and they had to re-record a lot of stuff. It still felt more polished. Right now the voice acting isn't bad. Yuno, for example, was really in love with it, but I feel like it's just enthusiastic. It's not that professional. And also, I don't know if you noticed, I highlight a hotspot using space and I click on it, and instead of talking to the shy traveler, which I was clearly highlighting, it just takes me somewhere else. So basically a better control of these hotspots would have been better, because there are one spot when I actually use the hotspot revealer, and then in a different spot when I actually hunt for them. So look at the distance of the cursor compared to where the hotspot appears. And that can be a bit confusing. But that's just nitpicking. It's really just nitpicking, and it comes from the fact that I used to be a gaming journalist, and I did it for almost 9 years back then when we had still a printed press, and this kind of habits stayed with me. Again, I cannot emphasize enough for anyone who's watching and anyone who's enjoying that it's a really awesome game, really immersive, great atmosphere, supporting the developers, and let's give them a chance to highlight this creativity moving on. And I feel like, although it's not a direct successor to Gibbous, I really like what Stuck in the Attic put here together.
I don't know you. This is awkward.
That's what she said. Okay, fair warning. Usually all my jokes are bad.
Hey, this is real life, not some video game.
Are you sure about that, Kamo? Are you? We have a closed
It definitely used to be a shop. Judging from what I can make out on the inside, weapons related. It's been closed for a while though.
No weapons for you. Also checking the stream, it seems like yes, I managed to fix the technical issues. We are over 3 hours and no choppy image, no delays. It looks to be working fine. We have a bar.
Seems to be a pretty hip and happening bar.
Yeah, it doesn't really move anything, so how it can be a hip and happening?
There's always someone hanging around there.
Yeah, where are the drinks? So did I click on almost anything? If we went there, let's see, Teen Poplar Avenue. Yeah, still hunting for Monkshood Court. Okay, buildings.
Houses look more well built and decorated on this avenue.
Oh, we came uptown.
Nothing modern here either, but you can tell there's more money. Definitely the most popular of trees on this street.
It's funny how the developers leaned into that.
Sorry.
So basically, Poplar Avenue is full of poplar trees. Flicker Light Landing is full of candles flickering. Wine Shade Passage has wines over them that throw a shade. Birchview Knoll is full of birches. Shady Woods is woods with shade, a lot of shades. The Living Forest has some living trees. And even if we go to the rest of the Rakus, Starlit Plaza is a plaza which is lit by the stars. The split actually splits the road. So basically, instead of trying to come up with whimsical names, they just named them all these regions based on what's in them and around them, and they just leaned fully into that and made fun of themselves, and I just love that. I love games and developers who don't take themselves too seriously.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
We have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle who fell on some poor times and is now a focused repairman.
I'm very busy, sorry.
What else do we have? We have a...
I think it's the Strigoi family estate, at least the one in Rakus.
So basically this is the headmaster's family estate.
By far the most imposing building on the street.
I agree, it looks nice.
The Strigoi family coat of arms. It looks like a stylized snout and fangs.
Makes sense.
Simple and to the point. That's who we are.
Yes. Because fun fact, I don't know if you know, but in Romanian folklore we do have Strigoi, but we didn't have vampires. They were imported. Before Hollywood and let's say influence from the surrounding neighboring countries, we didn't have vampires. We had Strigoi, which is different from the vampire though.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'll steer clear. Purple street food can't be good news for humans. It's definitely picturesque, and it sure makes an impression.
Oh yes, it does.
I doubt it's seeing much use though.
Shopping district, maybe? I will have some luck there. Or not. Maybe it's somewhere here? We'll return there.
There's a plaque. This fountain commemorates the spot where once 3 Mitskins collided in mid-air. A rare occurrence if there ever was one.
Yeah, it's like Trump wondering if he hits his golf balls and they can meet in the air.
Yet another hole in the wall for drinking and eating.
Watering hole?
Popular activities in Rakus.
Of course. It's national hobby and tradition, eating and drinking. Those in the know will never forget about Apa Sfințita, holy water. Oh, we have a bookshop. Visarion's bookshop. Ooh. If Yuna would be here, she would be all over that creature cat with wings.
I don't think I've ever seen this many books in one place. It's dizzying.
So, Tavi, what kind of games do you like? What kind of games do you usually play?
Hi there. Are you the, owner?
I can see why you would assume he is, but no, he is just my dumb human helper. Viserion, I own the place. Looking for a book?
Is it rude if I ask what you are?
Not at all, seeing you new around. I am a Naluka.
Oh, Naluka. Nice, a Naluka.
I guess it would vaguely translate to illusion, but I assure you, I'm as real as you or this fool next to me are.
And do you all miss a limb like that?
This? Oh, no. It's just more proof that I, indeed, am not an illusion. It was bitten off.
Sorry for being nosy.
A natural inclination in humans.
Said the cat-like creature when we know that curiosity killed the cat.
Just wanted to look around a bit.
That is fine. If you have a certain book in mind, let my assistant here know, and he'll be happy to look it up for you. Other than that, carry on. Knowledge is power, books are like universes, etc. You know the slogans.
Yeah, that's it for now. See you.
Be well.
I like this character a lot. Currently I was looking into this one as I really like Gibbous. I agree, I like Gibbous as well. But in general I like shooters, strategic game, maybe turn-based and any adventure. I would say then, if you don't mind, put a subscribe there, put a follow there, you are on Twitch. Because those are exactly the kind of games you can expect to find on this channel. I already mentioned Doom. There'll be some RPGs. I'm looking into, thank you kindly for the follow. I'm looking also into playing later Anno 1800. Most definitely I will have some early access to Anno Pax Romana. Thinking about streaming Warhammer Rogue Trader later. Maybe I will also try Atomfall. So I have around 60-70 games prepared, but I also want to get through them. I don't want to just start them and leave them like that. But also wanted to see, being just 3 days old, what games can attract some attention. And with the risk of not being so popular as Doom, I really wanted to stream Near-Mage, because I wanted to show my support for what Liviu did and the Romanian industry at large, because after Ubisoft becoming more of a Q&A farm and Electronic Arts being tangled only with it's no longer FIFA, it's EA. Radu, help me out, what's the new name of FIFA? I feel like we need this kind of project that highlight the fact that we have creative people here in the industry. I had the pleasure of being with Ubisoft when back then when we launched Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, Assassin's Creed Revelations. Back then when I managed to be the advocate for the Romanian Bucharest studio, and we had some very own projects like Silent Hunter or Hawks, Tom Clancy's Hawks, and there were a lot of talented people with a lot of great ideas, and I really do believe that Ubisoft deserves more than to be just transformed into this safe bet of being a QA farm where you don't have to reach milestones and the money comes in no matter what, and you just go through people like cannon fodder and play ping pong with other studios for the cheapest labor. Name of what? The new FIFA. It's no longer called FIFA because EA lost the license. What is it called now? EA Club? EAFC? Yeah, EAFC, something like that. So I really love Visarion. Okay, let's ramble to different parts of this city, because I really feel like we need to find these flowers, because I feel like I took
Gently waving in the wind.
big detour. But I love the inspiration and creativity of creatures like this. It's something else. Maybe go this way?
Have you been around Stima? You smell weird.
Stima? I have only self-Stima. Kernel Mortal Coil?
Welcome to the Mortal Coil, new customer.
The local flora is being paid special attention by the owners. It all smells kind of and mysterious.
Okay, I feel like he has some plans, maybe not the ones we are looking for. Monkshood Court. Let's see if we can find something here.
The local flora is being paid special attention. It all smells and the local flora is being paid. It all smells
so
kind of and
basically,
mysterious.
on 2 hot points, we have the very same flavor text. Barzai. Burzai.
Good to have you here, Near-Mage. I am he who is called Barzai.
Barzai, not Burzai. Okay.
Illy.
Pleasure. Well, Miss Illy, we sell the finest herbs and spices in the area. We take great pride in our fresh niblage. Browse at your leisure, and let me...
Mind if I ask what you are, if that's not insensitive?
Not at... I am aghast. Never heard of us? Have you?
No.
Nope.
Kadath in the cold waste hath known them. And what man knows Kadath? Part of my clan moved here from far, far away, from the great seaport of Baharna, on the island of Oriab. We come from far away, Near-Mage.
I have to admit to my ignorance. Nothing of that is familiar to me. And I'm usually pretty familiar with mythologies and... But no, that doesn't ring a bell.
All this herb business seems to be really popular around here.
Lots of potions and mixtures being made near magic schools, miss.
All this herb...
Lots.
Okay, so that's just repeats
Have a good
itself.
day.
Wishing you the...
Hi there, I'm Illy.
Greetings.
That's a nice name, Daphne.
Dauphine, shop assistant. Let me know if I can help with anything.
If you don't mind me asking, are you related to Barzai?
He's my cousin. And my boss.
Got it.
So it runs in the family.
It's a hearth, but it also doubles as an oven. No doubt it's used for amalgamating everything that's been dried and preserved.
Okay, so this is more like... Okay, that's a new area as well, come on. Okay. Still not finding what we are looking for.
Such a distinguished looking avenue.
Indeed.
It looks nice and toasty in there.
This looks like Rasputin. A bit. Blood spattered. Spattered.
Yikes. That's a lot of blood. Bones are scattered all across the steps, too. There's a carnivore living in there for sure.
It would seem so. Let's see if we can we can extend the map. Another midskin.
I'm not that great at botany, so they look cool though. I've seen them here and there across Rakus.
Okay, that takes me to the split.
The flora is something else here in Rakus.
Oh, it is.
This tree is absolutely colossal. I can't even see its top from here.
Let's see if I go down here. Proud vampire storefront. No. Maybe here at the corner? No, that's Firefly Crossing. Rotworm Turn. Rich Neighborhood Bridge. Cemetery. Come on.
Hey, you're in my bubble.
I'm in your bubble? You sure? Okay, that's funny. The owner is bigger than the window.
There are lots of intimidating aspects of this town. This place's owner has almost got all of them beat.
Come on, I believe it's a big softie.
Hey, you're in...
If you heard it through this grapevine, you've got quite sensitive ears.
Of course. When the pigs will fly. Maybe they will.
The trunk is thicker than my whole body.
Not here as well. Where do we find those plants?
Did you happen to see Jake Byrne recently?
Who is Jake Byrne? Headstone, cemetery, firewood, no. Hop. Bridge. I feel like there was... Okay, that's it. Monkshood Court, finally. Whew. We took some looking around. Let's see what we have here.
The rooftops of the town look like the carapace of some kind of mythical turtle, stretching out into the perma-sunset.
Mythical turtle perma-sunset, nice reference to the Discworld from Pratchett. Love it.
Sounds of music, laughter, and glasses clinking coming from the inside of the Dying Flutter.
Dying Flutter.
Strange name for a tavern, by the way.
I agree.
Just waiting for my husband. He's inside, drinking again.
Drinking. But of course he is.
Beautiful flowers all over in this part of Raccoose. I wonder how they stay alive. It never seems to rain here.
But it always seems to be moist.
Not sure how secret it is, actually. From what I can see, peeking over the wall, it's lovely. Not sure how secret from what...
Okay, monks.
I'm not 100% sure. Seems to be a lot of it growing in the...
So we have one of the plants we will need. We are in the right neighborhood, and this is the store we are looking for.
Najil's Botanical Emporium is unsurprisingly teeming with plant life. There are so many in here, most of which I've never seen before.
I know what some of the graphics and visual style reminds me of. There was an indie game Spirit Away was an anime. Spiritfarer, exactly. Spiritfarer has this kind of aesthetic like this character here. It was very colorful, and basically in Spiritfarer you had to take charge of this barge, becoming quite a bit like Charon, and basically ferrying souls, some of the words are harder at this hour. So basically persons that had very animal-like features, although they were clearly biped, and you had to build up the barge to accommodate them and have their own living quarters and food that they liked. It was a really nice indie game. Anthropomorphism, yes, it was anthropomorphized. I know the noun. I was looking for the adverb, adjective, one of those two. But let's crack on because again I'm rambling.
I don't know what kind of tree it is, but its branches seem to be one with the ceiling. Its roots run straight through the floor.
By the way, if you kind of like these whimsical adventure games, I cannot recommend highly enough Spiritfarer. It's a very nice title.
I've seen all sorts of flowers that literally glow. These also smell minty and a bit like cinnamon. Gods, I just want to rub my face in them. I've seen this flower before at home. The smell is also very...
Okay, we have a lot.
I think that leads to Najil's garden. It looks nice from outside, but I have no business there.
Let's talk to Najil himself.
You're new. Welcome.
Yes, I am. Mr. Najil, right? Judging by the PPI you have in here, I think you might be able to help me.
PPI?
plants per inch.
That was cute. Plants per inch PPI.
I'm Illy, by the way.
Pleasure. I will certainly do my best to assist you.
So, you like plants.
Oh, yeah?
That I do, miss.
That's all there is to Najil?
Forgive me if I seem blunt, miss. We need to have known each other for longer if we're to have that conversation.
Makes sense.
What's with all these characters in the game that when you ask about their origins, they mention that you don't know each other well enough sorry, to make that kind of inquiries.
Thank you for understanding.
Mr. Najil, I need Hemsworth, Poppy, Nightshade, and Monk something?
Monkshood, Poison Hemlock, Opium Poppy, and the elusive Deadly Nightshade.
He already knows what I couldn't remember.
Someone's looking to leave the Earth.
Quite literally.
Not permanently. You got him?
I do have Monkshood. We're in Monkshood here.
Nice.
Ooh, awesome.
But I don't have the others. The good news is that Poppy and Hemlock are not that rare. If you have friends or relatives outside Raku's, then the Deadly Nightshade, though, the kind you need for flying, that is another story. I've never carried it, nor do I care for it.
Oh, I was sure this is going to turn into a fool's errand around the town.
You will have to ask someone much more experienced in magic about it. As my brother used to say, I'm just a plant.
Huh. Alright, thanks. I hope I can...
It always pays to look things up in places of knowledge.
What was that about your brother?
Why don't we talk about this at a time when we're not complete strangers anymore?
Message received, sir. Can I ask why you chose plants of all things? I mean, you know, with literal magic around?
Plants, Miss Illy, are reliable. They need but water, sunshine, and a little care. Plus, they never go away unless you want them to. They were here before us, and they will be here once we are all gone.
Alright. Thanks for your help.
You know what that means? What's on the screen right now, ending soon. Unfortunately, I was just announced that I have, out of the blue, an early appointment tomorrow morning, so I will not be able to stream as much as I planned. But at least 5-10 more minutes till we find the plants, if we can find the plants in 5-10 minutes. If not, we will pick it up next time. As usual, you know, the only things I ask from you, if you enjoy the content, if you enjoy my rambling, and if you want to support the channel way at the beginning of its path, like, share, subscribe, let your friends know what you've seen here, and come back each and every evening so we can enjoy video games together, chat about them, and all kinds of other silly things. Let's see where we need to go to find Nightshade. We actually have to go back to Dominica, our great aunt. So, Tavi, if you are with us and you haven't seen Sigishwara before, now you will have the chance. I just love these flying creatures. To see how Sigishwara looks in the game. There are 5 viewers, so some left, some are still here. I'm not sure who is left at this late hour, but there are 5 people watching. There he is, you see Krali, there he is. Now we're going to Sigishwara. I guess, yes. So, this cute fluffy thing that was named in just 1 second. You're rearranging the screen a bit. Back. So this creature is a chimera. It's not what we know from the Greek mythology about chimeras, but it looks fluffy and it was a fan favorite of viewers earlier. So we are back to barrier fields because there are fields and they have a barrier, a wooden barrier. So yeah, very uplifting, medieval feeling. It kind of reminds me of Sigishwara, but of course in a very cartoonish way.
It's a tomcat, but almost sounds like a dog when it vocalizes.
We have the polyglot cat who can also bark.
Hey, kitty. Did you just bark at me?
He sure did. Then here is the main plaza where we have the Deerhead B&B, which is actually bed and breakfast, and the third B is just to attract customers who will ask what's it about. And this is our great aunt's mansion right in the middle, Domnika's, who of course is a witch. With an eclectic taste for decorum. But I really love the fact that the game is developed by Stuck in the Attic, and in the game your second residence, your home away from home in Sigishwara, is actually an attic. And I just love the creativity. Exactly, very nice view, and it's just so inviting with this window sill. And yeah, I would I would love to have something similar to this in real life. Let's ask Domnika about
What's shaking,
the plan.
Auntie?
My arthritic bones, dear.
Ouch. Nice. Here's the thing. I need to find some deadly nightshade, and you might...
Help, right? Oh, let me guess. Najil doesn't hold any. Look, it's a bit more complicated. Deadly nightshade only grows in a few clearings in the woods northwest of Rakus, and it doesn't come for free.
Nothing does, huh?
If you're to harvest it, you must leave an offering of bread, salt, and brandy in its place.
Oh, come on. This indeed is very Romanian. Because you have the bread, the salt, and the brandy, which stands in for, let's use a generic word, tărie.
And don't go rummaging through my kitchen or my liquor cabinets.
No, don't touch a man's, or a woman's in this case, liquor.
My drinks are, well, mine.
But of course.
And you won't find any salt around. I have my reasons. Don't ask.
Magic is so goofy sometimes.
That's just how it works, you little brat. One more thing, Eli. The paths to these clearings don't open for humans unless they have all the offerings.
Sucks being a human, huh? See you soon, Auntie. Auntie Domnika, do you happen to have it?
Oh dear. I've left my little garden in Despina's care for the past couple of years. Go look for yourself, dear.
Oh, we get to rummage through her garden.
It's the little plot right outside. As you walk out, I didn't know you could tell these plants apart.
Actually, I can't. I think I need to do some studying first.
I think so too. Expand that brain of yours.
Okay, I have an idea about where we can study.
Busara Botanical Atlas. This looks helpful.
Monkshood, we have. Deadly Nightshade. We will need to leave an offering for it.
Hemlock and poppy, huh?
And now we know how to differentiate them.
Feels good to be able to spot them from now on.
Neblash. Caution, can use extreme allergic reaction, especially in vampires, but not exclusively. I knew I recognized that word. Do you know what Neblash is? If I'm correct, is the German word for... Can you guess it? What vampires really don't like? Okay, let's rummage through the...
That's hemlock.
Yes.
And that's poppy.
Yeah, so basically, not vegetables, it's garlic.
I already got everything I could from here.
And this is also some interesting choice. I don't know if you know this about the game, Tavi. You don't have an inventory system. You don't combine items. When Illy runs into quest items, she automatically picks them up, doesn't store them anywhere, and you don't have to use them manually. They are automatically used in the spot they need to be used in. So that was it for today, folks. I'll just save it. And we'll continue in the upcoming days. Yes, this is different from Gibbous. Gibbous was much more of a classic point and click adventure game. They, this time around, Liviu and the others diluted the formula down very much, added some light RPG elements. One more thing before I leave I can show you, because we are close to it. So basically now you can even personalize your character, customize your character. You can walk to the wardrobe and either play around with predefined outfits or just mix and match all these categories till you get the look that you want. So they diluted it down. That's why I'm saying it's much more like a walk around simulator rather than a classical adventure game. And in 3.5 hours since I've been playing it, no puzzles at all. It's more about like go find a person, go find that item, but that's it. For example, when we got the coin from Dominica to enter Rakus, which is the magical world, she automatically used it, showed it, that was it. We didn't even have to rummage through an inventory. And you don't. The menu of the game is just like this. Map, quests, which again comes as a light RPG touch, magic, again a magic system, spellcrafting, light RPG, and menu, and that's it. So they wandered quite far from the original point-and-click adventure formula. That being said, tomorrow, tomorrow I scheduled South of Midnight, which is a very interesting AA game. I really want to see those spells come in play as well. Maybe I'll shift things around, and not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow. So basically tomorrow is Tuesday, and Wednesday instead of Doom we continue with Near-Mage, because I know Yuno and Sherban enjoyed it really much as well. and we'll stream Doom the Dark Ages for longer hours in the weekend. Tomorrow you can find me here from 9 o'clock Romanian time. As I said, tomorrow is South of Midnight, a AA action adventure game that is really promising, has also a very interesting artistic style that reminds me of claymation. We'll sink our teeth into that. And Wednesday we will come back then with Near-Mage. I will shuffle the schedule around. Thank you for tuning in. Hope to see you again tomorrow, the day after, or wherever you can tune in live. And even if not, please keep an eye on the channel, both on Twitch and YouTube, to see what other live streams, recordings of live streams you will find, but also reviews, gaming history, history of franchises, history of studios, interviews with game developers, and so much more to come. Again, thank you very much for the follow, Tavi. It was nice meeting you. Hope to see you again soon. Radu, always a pleasure to have you around. Catch up to you guys soon. Have a good night. Goodbye.